Make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burrell Behavioral Health.
You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
There's a certain magic here, one that can't be found anywhere else. You don't have to look all that hard to find it. It's on the flag-lined streets, in the packed pubs on game day, on the worn-down birds on bats, on cars, and on windows. It's in every memory, every celebration. Yeah, there's magic here in Cardinals Nation. Can you feel it?
Sign up for Cardinals Checking with Central Bank and get your exclusive green embroidered Cardinals jersey and 2 game tickets. See bank for details.
We are live at Metter Park in Springfield, Missouri. Good evening and welcome to baseball night in the Ozarks. The Branson Showmen set to do battle with the Republic Locos. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rantzberger, welcoming you in to the conclusion of yet another satisfying GRBL Sunday triple-header. Earlier today it was the Ozark Mountain Ducks knocking off their Christian County rivals, the Nixa Suckers, 7-6, your final score. At high noon today, the Moon City Mavericks defeated the Springfield Metropolitans 5-0 in the Queen City Derby. So regardless of what happens in this ball game, the Mavericks will go home tonight in first place in the GRBL North Division. But the GRBL South is most certainly up for grabs and very intriguing at the moment. This is week 5 of 7 regular season games in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. We've got 2 triple headers left to go after this one on Sunday, September 21st, and then the final day of the regular season, Sunday, September 28th. On October 5th, it'll be time to start talking about the playoffs. Let's meet the starters for this one. First, for the Republic Locos. They're the visitors on the board today in their Vegas gold jerseys with navy blue trim, Vegas gold caps with navy bills and white pants. They will lead off with their center fielder, Ryan Cram. Batting second is the extra hitter from Federal Way, Washington's C.J. Andrews. Batting third from Pensacola, Florida, the third baseman Leon Griffith Jr. Batting fourth and playing second base from Springfield, Missouri, Ryder Young. Batting fifth from Las Vegas, Nevada, he's the right fielder Colton Simons. Batting sixth and playing shortstop from Wablo, Missouri, Caden Kaufman. Batting seventh is the first baseman. He's from Springfield, Missouri. That's number 12, Michael Barnes. Batting eighth is the catcher from Willard, Missouri, Devin Phillips. Batting ninth from Neosho, Missouri, playing left field, Scott Wilson. And batting 10th from Marionville, Missouri, the Grip and Rip Baseball League's all-time leader in innings and strikeouts, the Marionville Comet, Skyler Henson. Branson Showmen will counter with their center fielder and player manager batting in the leadoff spot. He's from Nixa, Missouri. That's Jacob Carlson. Batting second and playing second base from Rogersville, Missouri, Jordan Fitzpatrick. Batting third and pitching, the former Washington Nationals farmhand from Neosho, Missouri, 29-year-old Trey Turner. Batting fourth, the extra hitter, number 16 from Ocala, Florida, David Edwards. Batting fifth, the first baseman from Sedalia, Missouri, Tyler Rusk. Batting sixth, the designated hitter is Dustin Phelps. Batting in the seventh spot, the third baseman, the doctor of physical therapy from Lebanon, Missouri, Houston Freeman. Batting in the ninth spot, or in the eighth spot rather, playing right field, also from Lebanon, Missouri, Justin Loudon. Batting ninth and playing shortstop from Licking, Missouri, Carter Rennie. And batting 10th from Cincinnati, Ohio, the left fielder, Michael the Showman Doman. So Jacob Carlson and the Showman will be on the hill first. That means we get a look at Trey Turner straight away. And Trey Turner has been absolutely electric. He's also been a star on social media, a reel on the Grip and Rip Baseball League's Facebook page, up to 50,000 views and counting. And that was this morning. I haven't looked at social media in a while, but as I've said over and over again, but it bears repeating, in an attention economy, Trey Turner commands it. So far in 2025, 18 2/3 innings, he's allowed 5 runs, no earned runs, 9 hits, 42 strikeouts to 7 walks. He enters today's game with a total of 94 strikeouts for his Grip and Rip Baseball League career. Now, sometimes it takes pitchers a long time to reach the 100 strikeout mark in Grip and Rip Baseball. Matter of fact, just 9 pitchers ever have done it. But Trey Turner, if he can get 6 or more strikeouts tonight, will officially be the fastest player to ever reach 100 strikeouts in his Grip and Rip Baseball League career. Threw a fastball 98 miles per hour a week ago, and then threw a couple of 97-mile-per-hour pitches for good measure. He's out of Missouri State University by way of Crowder College, drafted in the 10th round of the 2017 draft. Played at the rookie low A, Class A levels in the Nationals system, a total of 76 1/3 innings of minor league baseball with a 4.95 ERA, 107 strikeouts to 70 walks. Stepped away from minor league baseball at the end of 2021, but Trey Turner has added velocity. His command is sharper. I mean, this Trey Turner at 29 years old may be the best that Trey Turner has ever been, dare I say. That's no hyperbole. He's just that level of dangerous. And oh yeah, he can hit. He had 16 hits in 8 games in his first GRBL season, 19 runs batted in. So far in 2025, he's 3 for 11 with 4 RBIs, a home run, and 3 runs scored. He's absolutely shoving. And yeah, we're making a big deal out of Trey Turner in the pregame, but Trey Turner has been a big deal ever since he arrived in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. He has just ratcheted things up. He's an immensely quick rising star, fun to watch on the field, fun to talk to off the field. And for all the success that he has had, it's not just him going out there throwing his innings and going home. He cares about the wins and losses. He cares about when his teammates do well. It just makes Trey Turner an all-around fun ball player to watch. So it's been a lot of fun to watch Trey Turner throughout the season and a half that we've enjoyed him, as he just fell off the mound on his final warm-up pitch there. Not quite sure what that was about, losing his footing. Nonetheless, we will get ready to get things started. Running a little bit behind as we had 2 games go right at time limit, but we were able to get 2 complete games earlier on in the day. As we mentioned, Moon City defeating Springfield 5-0, and then Ozarks surviving Nixa 7-6. So as we look at the GRBL standing, it's the Mavericks at 4-1. They lead the GRBL North. Locos are 2-2, and then the Metropolitans are 0-5. In the South Division, Showmen are 3-1. Mountain Ducks are 3-2, and the Suckers are 2-3. Ozark won in one game against the Branson Showmen, so they would hold the head-to-head advantage, but the two teams are scheduled to play each other next Sunday. That is going to be a game with significant playoff implications. But first things first, for Branson, the objective here is beat the Locos, move up to 4-1, and just maintain your advantage in the GRBL South the natural way. Here's Ryan Cram stepping in for the Republic Locos. Coverage of this game brought to you by our title sponsor, Henry's Towing, and our broadcast sponsor all season long, as it has been for the past several GRBL seasons, Central Bank of the Ozarks, strong roots, endless possibilities. Ryan Cram steps in, 3 for 10 with an RBI, also a couple of walks. He's a threat to steal if he gets on. 3 stolen bases in the Locos' first 4 games, and he swung on and missed at strike 1 there. 93 miles per hour from Trey Turner. And we welcome in our fans watching this game live throughout Southwest Missouri or wherever you might be in the world. Thank you so much for inviting us into your homes, into your workplaces, into your vehicles, wherever you're streaming from. Thanks for making the GRBL and Baseball Night in the Ozarks part of your Sunday. 0-2 to Ryan Cram. Turner from the belt winds and fires. That was a 95 mile per hour pitch for strike 3. 1 away. That is 95 now in the Grip and Rip Baseball League career of Trey Turner. Umpires for this one, Grant Heimer and Jack Haydank. Heimer is on the bases with Haydank behind the plate. Our officials from the Mid-America Umpires Union both have some GRBL experience. Generally like both of their games, as there's a bouncer in front of Dr. C.J. Andrews, 1-0. So C.J. out of Southern Virginia University, 34 years old. He's 3 for 12 as a GRBL rookie. Works for Mercy Sports Medicine. Got his Doctor of Osteopathy from A.T. Still University in Kirksville, Missouri. That's pretty much the osteopathy capital of the world, by the way, so much so that they named a street after the practice. C.J. Andrews was stoked to have a chance in the GRBL, signed up for tryouts on the very first day that registration opened. He's a good hitter at D3 Southern Virginia. At a .346 on-base percentage, 59 hits in 56 games. He's ahead here, 3-0. Turner threw him a 94 mile per hour fastball there for a called strike. Battling back to 3-1. That's Steerike 2 at 95, and yeah, a lot of players from the early games have stuck around to see some of this. Trey Turner is about as close to must-see entertainment as it gets here in the Grip and Rip. 3-2 to Andrews. Got him looking. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Trey Turner. He's now at 44 on the season, the single season record 69. That's Josh Engler's record from 2021. Josh presently has the distinction of being the fastest pitcher to ever reach 100 Ks in the GRBL, but Trey Turner is now at 96. Leon Griffith Jr. is the batter, and then Turner threw his slider so hard he fell over, and we saw him have trouble with his footing in warm-ups. And that was trouble in an in-game pitch. Not sure what that's all about. We've not seen a pitcher today have trouble with the landing So not sure if that's just his length of stride, or if he's hitting a particular spot on the mound that's soft. Not sure what that's about. Artificial turf throughout Meadow Park, including the pitcher's mound, but they regularly go out and add more sand, more rubber pellets to keep it live. They usually do, Cole Hill and crew from Drury University Athletics do a great job caring for this facility. It's really second to none. 2-1 here. 90 degrees our game time temperature. Skies are sunny and the sun's setting in the west, casting a shadow from third base toward right field. Shadow creep has pretty much reached the pitcher's mound at this point, so it's not going to have too much effect on Leon Griffith's ability to see the baseball. The limiter is going to be just how hard Trey Turner is throwing the ball. 3-1 to Griffith. Missed inside and he walked him. So Leon Griffith is on. 7th time this season that Trey Turner has walked a batter. He walked only 3 in his 2024 season, over 25 innings. Batter is Ryder Young, 22 years old. Rookie from Springfield, Missouri, went to Glendale High. .1-0 bouncer. Yeah, I'm not sure if Turner taking the spill has done something in the way of command, if he's trying to overthrow. But he has fallen behind each of the last 3 hitters here. That's a strike on the inner half to Young. Make it 2-1. Turner sets and throws. That was another fastball. Young tapped it foul off the front of his own dugout on the first base side. We're back even. Runner at first. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 0-0 our score, top of the first. Locos and Showmen. Turner sets from the first base side of the pitching rubber. He goes from the belt. Runner goes, and Young goes down on strikes. So Trey Turner faces 1 above the minimum. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. 0-0 is the score. Showmen and Locos on baseball night in the Ozarks. Career strikeout total for Trey Turner now sits at 97. So we will wait and see if number 100 is going to be in the cards tonight.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
From the GRBL's fastest rising star to one of the all-time greats, Hall of Famer Skyler Henson on the pitcher's mound for the Republic Locos. He's out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, has been in the league since 2017, and over the course of 9 seasons has amassed himself 228 strikeouts and counting. Skyler Henson so far in 2025 has been solid. 12 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs on 11 hits, 10 strikeouts to 5 walks. It's a 1.50 ERA for the old Marionville Comet. First batter he faces is Jacob Carlson, who looks at a slider for a strike. So a couple different variations of the slider and a fastball are pretty much it in the Skyler Henson arsenal. But he finds a way to make 2 different pitches look like 100, it seems. Does well to keep hitters off balance. Carlson grounds up the middle. Henson didn't get the handle. Young slid and tried for a grab. Instead, it's a base hit for Jacob Carlson. He now has 8 hits in 5 games, continuing to be an offensive force for his Branson Showmen, and he's on for Jordan Fitzpatrick. Jordan Fitzpatrick played professionally for the Grand Junction Rockies, who are now the Grand Junction Jackalopes in the Pioneer League. That's independent professional baseball. Fitz 3 for 12 in 2025 after going 7 for 11 with the Suckers in 2024. So 10 hits in 23 GRBL at-bats. That's not bad. He's also got 13 RBIs, a home run, a couple of doubles. Fitzpatrick can hit a little bit. College career was split between Missouri State and Missouri Southern State. 0-1 to Fitzpatrick following a foul ball. Henson's being careful with Carlson, the runner at first, who's always a threat to steal. Slider comes home, no. 1-1. Showmen have Trey Turner in the on-deck circle and David Edwards in the hole. 1-1 pitch to Fitzpatrick, low and away. Skyler Henson making a start after Ryan Cram started the last 2 games for the Locos and pitched admirably well. Henson wanted a new baseball and got one. Blasted strike 2 past Jordan Fitzpatrick, so it's 2-2. This is put up in the air, foul. That's going to be off the storage shed on the third base side, well out of play. Baseball night in the Ozarks. Yeah, it's 90 degrees, but plenty of shade and just a little bit of breeze out of the south here at Meadow Park, making conditions pretty fair for baseball this evening. It is now 3-2. Henson working full against Fitzpatrick. Carlson goes and they walk Jordan Fitzpatrick. He is on. So 2 on. Nobody out. And a dangerous, dangerous man walks to the plate. This is Trey Turner from Missouri State University. They really took the bat out of his hand after his time at Crowder College, where he played some outfield, and he has relished the opportunity to swing the bat here in the GRBL. He's 3 for 11 with 4 RBIs here in 2025. One of those hits was a home run. He has also drawn 6 walks, so pitchers tend to be careful with this Branson number 3 hitter, Trey Turner. And 29 years old. Career in affiliated professional baseball. Took a stop at the end of the 2021 season. Came back home to Southwest Missouri to concentrate on, number 1, being a father, but he's working hard. Turner saying something to Skyler Henson about the effect of that being inside, and believe it or not, that means Trey Turner actually likes you when he's willing to kid around like that. 3-0 pitch is in, and they walked him. So Henson nibbled, and he just got caught nibbling there. They give the free pass to Turner, and this could be problematic for the Locos. That's now a single and back-to-back walks. You know, as potent as this Branson lineup is, you can't afford to be too careful. That's biting the Locos here. It's bases loaded, nobody out for David Edwards, whose 2025 campaign does include a grand slam home run. It was hit back on the opening night of the season, August 9th, a walk-off grand slam in the final inning to propel the Showmen to a 12-9 victory over the Nixa Suckers. We're still talking about the slam, but David Edwards has gone on to have a pretty solid year. 6 for 16, 7 RBIs, a couple of walks for good measure. He's struck out twice. So Edwards, as he typically does, you know, puts the ball into play. He's got 51 hits in his GRBL career. Part of an elite 50-hit club. That's inside from Henson. And man, his command, it's just not there right now. But the margin for error is done as Edwards fouls that one off back to the screen. So he's been missing inside. And his catcher, Devin Phillips, will need to get that ironed out. They set Edwards up out there. Instead, that was actually upstairs, a little jammer. David fouled it back, and now it's 2-2. Edwards from Ocala, Florida. Did junior college baseball at Polk Community College in Winter Haven, Florida, then went to James Madison University. He is now on the coaching staff at University of Missouri S&T in Rolla, Missouri. Means he's lifted a weight or two. Swings and fouls this one off to stay in the hunt. And has been a steady hitter since breaking in with the Republic Locos in 2021. He had 13 hits that year. He had 12 with the Showmen in 2022, a career high 14 with the Mountain Ducks in 2023. Went a little cold in 2024, 6 for 29 with Ozark. He's been hitting well with the Showmen. That is well hit into left. That is off the wall. Carlson scores. Fitzpatrick's going to score. A courtesy runner in Chris Leggett stopped at third, but a 2 RBI base hit off the bat of David Edwards, and it is now 2-0 Showmen on a stand-up double off the wall. And if that were not a 14-foot wall, that might have been something entirely different again. Nonetheless, 2-0 is our score. Still nobody out, and the batter for the Showmen is Tyler Rusk. So Rusk's career does include a home run. That occurred back in 2023, his rookie year with the Springfield Metropolitans. He belts this one. That's not got the distance. Running in and watching it drop is the left fielder Scott Wilson. So Leggett will score. It's an RBI double for Tyler Rusk, and the Showmen now lead 3-0, just spreading it on. But Tyler Rusk breaks out of a slump with that RBI base hit. He has shed the collar, and he's on for Dustin Phelps. Phelps, the cardiac cath lab nurse, who now lives in Branson, Missouri. And Phelps makes solid contact. That's tailing down foul, third base side. So Phelps pulled that. He is a Renaissance man, Dustin Phelps. Has an engineering degree. Went back to school to become a nurse. He's also a guitarist. And his athletic background also includes competitive powerlifting. Don't ever tell Phelps he can't do something. Well, that hit him, so he can't get a hit, at least in this at-bat. He's got to go take first base, and now the bases are juiced, and it just keeps unraveling for Skyler Henson and the Locos. Henson, a GRBL Hall of Famer, having a forgettable one here. 3-0 Showman in the bottom of the first. Houston Freeman trying to get in on the fun, swings and misses. Freeman, a physical therapist for Mercy Sports Medicine. Swings and chops one into play. Henson off the mound barehanded. He's going to throw home. Locos get the force out, and that's all it is, but a 1-2 force out keeps a run off the board. 1 away. Bases are loaded for Justin Loudon. Speaking of Renaissance men, Fruit Snacks, sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In in Buffalo, Missouri. Has a couple of vocations. By day, works for Tracker Marine's White River Manufacturing Group in Lebanon, Missouri. By night, works security at some pretty large-scale bars and clubs at the Lake of the Ozarks. Eats a lot of Fruit Snacks, as his customized baseball cleats reflect. Also pretty fair banger on the golf course. And sometimes joins us on the broadcast as a color commentator. Fruit Snacks 3 for 8 here in 2024. He's, well, 3 for 8 here in 2025, but the line's a little better. He's got a double and 2 RBIs. Swings and grounds this one to the second baseman, Young. Flips to Kaufman for 1, and they turn a 4-6-3 double play. So that's big for the Locos, but it was undoubtedly a big inning for the Branson Showmen. They lead 3-0. RBIs that inning from David Edwards and Tyler Rusk. Also a base hit for Jacob Carlson, whose 5-game hitting streak is alive and well. Back with more Grip and Rib Baseball after this on Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
Trey Turner. No, not that Trey Turner. The other Trey Turner back to work for the Branson Showmen. This is Eugene Daniel Turner, but that's his government name. Goes by Trey. From Neosho, Missouri. Starts the inning with 97 strikeouts and counting in his grip and rip career. Got 95, 96, and 97 in the first. He has had either 10 or 11 Ks through 5 innings of work in each of his first 4 GRBL starts of 2025, and that's the limit. Grip and Rip Baseball League pitchers limited to a max of 5 innings per game. Teams have to make a minimum of 2 Henry's towing pitching changes per game. But Trey Turner has, without question, been the bell cow for the Branson Showmen. Batter is Colton Simons, native of Las Vegas, Nevada, now calls Republic, Missouri home, and he's sponsored by Repmo Baseball and Acres of Envy Landscaping. Simons behind here, 0-1. There's a 93-mile-per-hour heater for a swinging strike, makes it 0-2. Saw Turner hit 98, 97, 97 in the first inning a Sunday ago. It's managing the velocity a little more here. That was 94, but it was outside. But yeah, up to this season, the fastest heater we'd seen in the GRBL was 92. That was by Jesse Hodge. And that's been a minute. You know, typical GRBL fastball is somewhere in the mid to high 80s. Simons grounds one into play. Fitzpatrick, the Showman second baseman, up with it, and his throw to first is in time. Tyler Rusk hangs on for the out. Batter will be Caden Kaufman, the rookie from Wablo, Missouri, sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. He went to College of the Ozarks, where he played for 4 years. He's one of those C of O guys who played in both the National Christian College Athletic Association and the NAIA. Had a .222 average, 53 hits across those 4 seasons at C of O. 38 of those were in 2022. Swung on and fanned there at a 1-0 to pull even 1-1. Turner took something off that time, 79 miles per hour on the hook for a called strike on the inner half to Caden Kaufman. Recruited into the league by his brother Caleb. Here comes the 1-2. Turner reached back, went to the heat. That was low. So deuces up for Kaufman here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Turner shakes off the first sign from Jared Fox, now gets what he wants. Rocks and deals. Went back to the off-speed. That was an 81-mile-per-hour breaking ball, but it was his 4th strikeout of the night. Brings the career total to 98. And it brings up Michael Barnes for Branson. So Mikey B out of Drury University. He's from Springfield, Missouri, right here. Went to Kickapoo High School and Fort Scott Community College. This is swung on, trickled up the middle. Fitzpatrick up with it and hurries the throw in time. The Showmen get Michael Barnes for the 3rd out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning and a couple of slick plays by second baseman Jordan Fitzpatrick. Score remains 3-0 in Branson's favor. The Showmen will come to bat. Bottom of the 2nd is next.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Rip and Rip Baseball. Just 8 players have eclipsed 100 career strikeouts. Hey, it's tough to do when you're only guaranteed 8 games per year. Most players end up getting 9. Teams that make deep playoff runs get 10, but that's it. So the sample size is small. Skyler Henson leads the pack. 228 strikeouts for his GRBL career. One of 2 players with more than 200, the other being Clay Murphy, who just achieved that feat a week ago. Trey Turner, now sitting at 98, will try to become just the 9th player to reach 100 Ks. Carter Rennie fouls out to the third baseman Leon Griffith Jr. to get us going here in the bottom of the second. So the Branson shortstop is retired. Going to bring up the number 10 man in the batting order. Again, if you're watching GRBL baseball for the first time, teams get to use the designated hitter, and we have the extra hitter that's designed to get a little more playing time, and it just gives the player managers something extra to work with. Doman lays down a bunt, first base side. Henson tries a behind-the-back throw. Not going to work. Michael Doman beat it. And so he is on. We'll wait and see how they're going to score that a hit. So Michael Doman is on, and look out. He's got 6 hits in 5 games. Doman the Showman is very sneakily having himself a year with plays like that one. So Doman is on for Jacob Carlson. He is very loudly having himself a year. 1 for 1 tonight. Carlson is now 8 for 16 on the season. Only has a couple of RBIs because he's in the leadoff spot. Could get one, an extra base hit here would certainly do it. Jacob Carlson. A bad man. Second all-time in the GRBL in hits. 70 plus. Just 3 players have ever done that. And a high pitch to Carlson got away from the catcher Devin Phillips. And now Doman's caught between the bases. And now he's caught stealing. Goodness sakes. That's just a misread and a lapse. Nice job by the Locos middle infielders. Doing just enough to throw off Michael Doman. He's caught. So scrub the runner. 2 away now for Carlson. Nobody on. Carlson played a year of junior college ball at Independence and then finished out at College of the Ozarks, where he played 3 seasons for the Bobcats. They won 30-plus games in each of those years. And he was a shortstop, a center fielder, sometimes a pitcher. Hit .347. Played professionally in the California Winter League, but landed in the GRBL in 2019. Down on strikes he goes at the hands of the old Marionville Comet. That's Skyler Henson's first K of the night. 3-0 is our score. Showmen lead the Locos. Trey Turner goes back to the bump. On the other side of this timeout, it is baseball night in the Ozarks. We're back after this.
Your local hot seat dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine hot seat parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local hot seat dealer to see why nothing cleans like a hot seat.
the tension mounting. Trey Turner starts this third inning. 98 career strikeouts in the grip and rip. He would need to strike out the side to reach a hundo here in the third. But that is but a light snack for this eater of worlds, Trey Turner. Probably see a few more sliders, maybe even the cut changeup come out of the bag. But the bottom part of the order coming up here for the Locos, the 8, 9, 10 hitters, it'll be Devin Phillips, Scott Wilson, Skyler Henson. Republic looking for life, trailing 3-0 here in the early going. Hey, temperatures dropping. We're down to a nice cool 88 degrees here in Springfield. Wind has died down to next to nothing. Not even a residual breeze on the ground. So here comes Devin Phillips, the Republic catcher. 32-year-old veteran of the United States Army out of Willard, Missouri. He and his wife Zoe have 7 kids. Phillips hitting 2 for 12 with an RBI this season. 26 hits in his GRBL career, swings and misses. One of those guys who just eats up absolutely every moment of the experience, and with a wife and 7 kids, always brings his own guaranteed cheering section. They make some noise for Devin as he looks at strike 2. Phillips kind of glanced back, thinking that ball was on the outer half and out of the zone. Nonetheless, he's facing 0-2 against Trey Turner right here. Turner rocks and deals. Got him looking. Devin Phillips down on strikes. That was strikeout number 99. 5 on the night for Turner. Came into the day at 94. So Scott Wilson trying not to become a footnote in the GRBL history books. But if Turner can get him, that would make him just the 9th player all time to do it. There's a swinging strike 1. It's been pretty amazing the way Trey Turner, dominant as he has been, just relishes the team aspect of playing out here in the GRBL. As Wilson swings at strike 2. It's Trey finding new life in baseball again at the amateur ranks. Ahead here, 0-2, winds and fires to Wilson, down he goes, and that is career strikeout 100 for Trey Turner. Just the 9th player in 10 years of grip and rip baseball to do it. And that is the fastest that anyone has ever reached it. Trey Turner does it in just 13 games. 6 Ks on the night for Turner, brings up the number 10 hitter for the Locos, Skyler Henson. So history's out of the way. Trey Turner can just dial in and focus on protecting a 3-0 advantage. Henson responds by hitting one up the middle. He knows a thing or two about milestone Ks. It will not be a milestone hit for him that time as he is thrown out on the 6-3 ground out. But Trey Turner has joined a very, very elite 9-member fraternity. Another 1-2-3 inning. He has faced 1 above the minimum. A walk in the first inning is the only thing that separates Trey Turner from perfection tonight. 3-0 is our score. We go to the bottom of the third. More grip and rip baseball is next on Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight?
24.
7.
Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
Nothing is the score. Branson Showmen up on the Republic Locos. Yeah, hey, yeah, get the, yeah. Don't just come up and sit here and don't expect to be put to work. Yeah, towel off, buddy. But yeah, you just come off of. Hang on. Well, we'll save the question here. This is Jordan Fitzpatrick stepping up for the Branson Showmen. Moon City Mavericks. Daniel England, their player manager, I just won the trivia question in the chat. Did you just play pickleball? Is that why you're in the civvies?
No, I did not.
Oh, you just got out of the uniform. You're just keeping it incognito.
Yeah, I just live over there, so.
Gotcha. So you're out here scouting, obviously, but Fitzpatrick fouls one back. Well, we just witnessed GRBL history. We were talking about that off mic during the break, but yeah, Trey Turner, just 13 games, the fastest player to ever reach 100 strikeouts, just the 9th player, period, to ever do it. Just a maniacal pace at which Trey Turner is retiring batters. And, hey, it's just cool to say I was in the ballpark, let alone up here in the broadcast booth tonight. Am I right?
Yeah, he is. He's throwing very well. He looks to be in better shape than he was last year, throwing harder, throwing more strikes, and throwing in the 90s. So yeah. That all equates to 13 games and 100 strikeouts.
100 strikeouts over the course of, let's see, he pitched 25 his rookie year. He is at now 23, so just shy of 50 innings, and he's retired 100 batters by way of the strikeout.
2 an inning. Wow.
That's mowing.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So Fitzpatrick reaches safely with a nice piece out into left field. He continues to hit well. And Trey Turner, nothing for nothing tonight, drew a walk his first time up. And he's been walked a lot. Not a lot of intentional walks, but sort of the intentional has been what a lot of teams are doing against him.
He just got fooled on that one.
Yeah, took a big cut at a Skyler Henson breaking ball.
Yeah, when you can deposit into the swimming pool, you tend to get pitched around.
So yeah, 7 walks for Trey Turner in 5 games. That's McGuire-ish.
Well,
that's chopped up the middle. Ryder Young with it, steps on the bag for 1, fires to first, and Michael Barnes hangs on for out number 2.
That's a good turn. It's close.
Yeah, Ryder Young, maybe not the most beautiful thing, but he threw that with enough force that it got there.
Yeah, definitely an interesting arm angle.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to avoid Fitzpatrick in the base path, or if he just reached back and threw it as hard as he could.
I think that's his normal.
And hoped Mikey B did the deal.
I think that's his normal arm motion. I saw him throw like that last week, so.
All right, fair enough.
It's definitely a little different. Gets the job done.
David Edwards drives one deep into left center field. Back it goes.
Off the wall.
Off the wall. Nobody covering the bag. David will just waltz to second base. And he's got 2 doubles tonight.
Big doubles, too. Both of them off the wall.
Yeah, no RBI that time, but yeah, nice piece for David Edwards all the same.
Showman can hit.
Well, we kind of saw Skyler Henson, I think, was trying to be a little careful first time through the lineup, and he paid the price, gave up a couple of free passes, he plunked a guy, gave up a couple of big hits as well. You run out of bases to concede if you're going to play that game.
Yeah, with the Showman, you just got to keep it close for 5 innings.
Got to get to the pin and take your chances.
Yep.
Tyler Rusk
just got hit by pitch.
Yes, he did, on the arm.
Yep. Stay close for 5. Get to the bullpen. Do some damage.
So Dustin Phelps, the rookie, he got hit by a pitch his first time up.
He sure did. Took it square in the ribs.
Say Rusk just kind of took. It looked like it might have been more sleeve than arm. I'd have to go back and look at it. It was quick, but yeah, Phelps got hit. That is a ball into the outfield off of the second baseman's glove. Rusk is going to make it to second, and Edwards is going to make it to third. A miscue by the Locos. Down 3. Now first base is open for Phelps. Dustin in the number 6 spot tonight. And that is a line drive to the center fielder, Ryan Cram, running in, hauling that in and making the third out. So threat neutralized. That may turn out to pay off dividends later on in this one. It's baseball night in the Ozarks. Branson Showmen lead the Republic Locos 3-0 after 3. We are back with more Grip and Rip baseball in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen. They are going to the pen, so Trey Turner's night is done. 3 innings of no-hit shutout baseball. But Turner time is done. It's fruit snacks time. Justin Loudon gets the call, sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In in Buffalo, Missouri. Don't believe anything's wrong with Trey Turner.
He's at third.
Yes, yeah, he is indeed. So Houston Freeman has gone to right, and Justin Loudon has gone to the mound. Justin Loudon in 2025. 7 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 7 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and a 5.14 ERA. Threw 2 shutout innings in his last appearance against the Nixa Suckers. Scattered 2 hits, struck out 1 and walked 1. When Justin Loudon can pitch like that, he's pretty effective in this league. Has the distinction of having his name etched on the Howard Bell Trophy for championship winning efforts in each of the last 4 consecutive seasons. He's in that Daniel England territory, Daniel England.
Yeah, at least his are recent. Mine, it's been a while for me.
2021, not that anyone counts that kind of stuff up here.
4 years.
But you still have the distinction. Only you and Skyler Carter have 5 GRBL championships, but old Fruit Snack seems to think his Branson Showmen have a chance to do it this time.
They have a very good chance. So.
Not if Daniel England's Moon City Mavericks have anything to say about it. You guys are 4-1, and regardless of what happens in tonight's game, whether the Locos win or lose, you're going to walk out of here first place in the North. The question is it going to be 2 games or 1 game?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a bit of a Showman fan right now. Just you'd like for the guys in the South to go fight amongst themselves for a while, and you and the Mavericks can just keep going. 5-0 winners earlier today against the Metropolitans. Ozark Mountain Ducks got a 7-6 victory today over the Nixa Suckers. So Mountain Ducks are 3-2. Suckers fall to 2-3. Top of the order for the Locos, it's Ryan Cram. Loudon's first offering to Ryan swung on and looked like he clubbed it off his own foot. Well, certainly walking like he clubbed it off his own foot.
Yeah, we didn't get a call from the home plate umpire there.
Ryan Cram, second-generation GRBLer. His father, Josh, played for the Trey Watson Realty Closers back in Season 3. Cram should bunt. That almost hit him, and yeah, he's it's like, Ryan, you should have moved the bat and just worn one there. He was going to be hitting the gut if that ran in like it was. So maybe the foul bunt wasn't so bad.
As a defensive bunt, he definitely turned right into that pitch that ran right on in to his belt buckle.
So Loudon knows he got lucky, but Justin Loudon not one to look a gift in the mouth. He's ahead here, 0-2. Working from the first base side of that pitching rubber. Sets up and comes home. Bounced that one and a block by Jared Fox. No harm done, no runners on. Cram struck out his first time up at the hands of Trey Turner, so he's now 3 for 11 on the season. Loudon collects himself for a moment. Winds and fires a breaking pitch. Cram turned on that one and hit it foul. So we'll do another 1-2. Well, you've managed Justin Loudon in your managerial career. It has been a minute, but the key for him, first pitch strikes, of course, and just sometimes staying out of his own way and letting the defense work. This is popped back to the screen. Jared Fox. Yeah, he thought he was going to have a play, but it ended up just on the opposite side of the net. Fans did a good thing there and got a toddler out of the way.
They sure did. That just came right over the other side of the screen and landed right next to a fan. Yeah, Justin, like a lot of guys in the league that just can't overpower you. They just need to find a couple of pitches that work for them and mix those in and let guys get themselves out.
Another 1-2. Cram again turns on an inside pitch, and again he fouls it off third base side off the front of the Showmen dugout. So Ryan Cram in a battle here. He's on an offensive rise, had 5 hits for your Mavericks in 2024, sitting at 3.
Yeah.
Going into tonight, and he's been pitching well. Certainly understand the move. Locos drafted Skyler Henson to pitch, so they put him back into the starting role. But Ryan Cram's been contributing in a lot of ways to the success of this team.
He's an excellent center fielder.
We'll do a 2-2 here. And Loudon kind of slowing the pace, and that can work against him sometimes. Nods at the sign from Fox. Now comes set. Doing everything out of the stretch rather than the full wind tonight, and again he runs the breaking ball in. So the misses have been consistent for Fruit Snacks. Payoff pitch. Bounced it and he walked him.
55-footer.
And Ryan Cram's a threat to steal. 3 stolen bases in the Locos' first 4 games. Don't be surprised if he takes off here. And C.J. Andrews is a high IQ guy. He might be liable to throw the bat at it. 0 for 1 tonight, 3 for 13 on the season with a couple of RBIs. He puts it into play. Hate to put a jinx on a guy, but C.J. Andrews has not struck out in his GRBL career.
That's impressive.
Loudon pumped him strike 1 there. That's the important stuff for Justin Loudon, making pitches like that. If they're going to give you strike 1, take it. Andrews sort of dangles the bat out in front of the strike zone. Loudon, with a semi-inspired pickoff move, will not get Ryan Cram.
So letting him know he's thinking about him.
That may be exactly what Ryan wants. 0-1 pitch.
That's down.
Flared. That is absolutely down. The right field line. Extra bases in store for C.J. Andrews. Cram's coming to third. Andrews slides in a double. So Andrews now 4 hits in 5 games. The doctor of osteopathy has a live bat.
That was a good at bat. Fitzpatrick was playing up the middle, big hole between first and second, and he just lifted it, dropped it on that right field line.
So the Locos showing life here, nobody out. They're down 3 runs, but a game-tying run walking up to the plate here, Leon Griffith Jr. Springfield, Missouri by way of Pensacola, Florida. 30-year-old rookie out of Seminole State College. Leon Griffith Jr. by day, a roofing inspector. On weeknights, he's a baseball umpire. Working his way up through the ranks. He's been quick to say he has no desire to be assigned to GRBL games. He wants to play. Down 0-1 here. Snacks ran one. Yeah, that caught sleeve on the left arm. Loudon not loving it. Locos fans appreciating it very much.
Bases loaded, no out. Ryder Young coming up. Pretty good at bat.
Yeah, cleanup hitter Ryder Young. Swung a good stick in the preseason. The bat has kind of gone cold when the lights came on. Ryder Young with that flowing hair out of the back of the helmet is due, baby.
Another big hole on the right side.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick was trying to hold that runner off second base. Young swings and chops it. Fox. Oh my gosh, that was a fair ball into play, and they're going to get a double play off that? Is that the deal? Oh. Out at home, out at first?
Yep. Wow, that's a great play by Fox. Got out of his crouch, grabbed that in fair territory, stepped on the plate, threw it to first.
Smart as a whip. And then now, are they arguing over how many outs there are? So yeah, the runners went up. Griffith went up to second.
Mm-hmm.
And now Chris Meza just wants an explanation as to what. I mean, obviously his argument is foul ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to ask, where did it land? Jack Haydank and Grant Heimer are going to try to explain this one. Yeah, Fox, I mean, you know, it was a high IQ play. He was also a little bit tangled up with the batter, Young.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair play to Young. Ryder wasn't doing anything nefarious, trying to bump Jared Fox or whatever. But then Fox stepped on the plate, and maybe Meza's argument is that Fox was. I can't read the sign language as to what Chris Meza's arguing here. He made a big cylinder motion. Yeah, okay. That's what it would look like if I put a trash can over your head, he says.
Yeah.
So are they arguing that Fox plunked Young on the head?
And
catcher's interference?
No, that would negate, if he touched, that would negate the force out, right?
It should.
If he tagged him, then then there would be no.
This is strange.
They're going to stay with the original call.
Yeah, so out at home, out at first is the call. A 2-3 double play. I don't know that I've ever called one of those professionally. So runners on second and third, 2 outs, but man.
That changed the tide.
Yeah, absolutely. If Justin Loudon gets Colton Simons here, rally killer.
Big time.
Colton Simons, sponsored by Repmo Baseball and Acres of Envy Landscaping. One of a couple of Locos looking to break out of slumps here tonight. Pitch was inside. Good teammate move there by Colton Simons, putting up the whoa sign for the runner. That's C.J. Andrews at third. Simons still represents a tying run, so the Showmen are not out of the jam yet. 1-0 breaking ball swung on and lifted in the air, center field. Carlson puts out the tent, goes camping, makes the catch.
Wow.
And after all that, the Locos strand them. Loaded bases, nobody out, and they come up empty-handed. 3-0 Branson Showmen out in front. Dano and I don't know, I can't say with 100% certainty that Dano is back after this break, but I'm going to do everything I can to get him back on the other side of the break. We're back with the bottom of the fourth.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Back, and so am I, Rance Berger, with you live on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. Skyler Henson back out on the mound. One of the strangest sequences where we are still miffed by what we just saw. Jared Fox, the Republic Locos, had 3 runners on, nobody out. Ryder Young apparently grounded one into play. Fox bobbled the ball into fair territory, and when had the apparent wherewithal to touch the plate first without touching the batter Ryder Young, as Houston Freeman lines out to the aforementioned Ryder Young for the first out. And then he throws to first, and we were just talking, Daniel, if they get Ryder Young first, the force out is eliminated, and so stepping on the plate no longer matters. They turn 1 out into 2 effectively, just by Jared Fox taking 2 steps back.
Exactly. Because if he touches Ryder first, then Cram would have scored. You'd had to tag him.
And maybe that's what Meza was trying to argue, because looked like there was contact between Jared Fox's glove and Ryder Young's batting helmet. But Fox apparently did not possess the ball at the time of said doink, and so
exactly.
He got the force out at home. Justin Loudon lifts one into right. That's tailing down, but a great job by Colton Simons, the Locos right fielder, sprinting in, making the grab for the out. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. I've seen a lot of things, but I'd never seen that before. That was weird.
Yeah. You hadn't seen that either, and it was a really great play by Jared Fox to get out of his crouch, grab the ball, step on the plate, throw to first. Just killed the inning for the Locos.
Carter Rennie 0 for 1 on the night. Showman shortstop from Licking, Missouri. Works for the family business, Rennie Family Pharmacy. 2 for 10 now is Carter Rennie, so hitting right at the old Mendoza line. Has an RBI, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. Well, Showmen don't even have a guy in the third base coach's box, but Carter Rennie still got that. He had that mentality ingrained in high school baseball at Licking, playing for Harvantil, and Cole Rourke steps out and looks like he's going to get some instruction. Nope, go hit it, and he does. Chop this one to the shortstop.
Good play.
That's a great job by Caden Coffin, who's been playing a pretty good shortstop for the Locos all season long. A 3-up, 3-down inning That's exactly what the Republic Locos and Skyler Henson needed right there. So 3-0 is our score. We'll come back and bring you inning number 5 on Baseball Night in the Ozarks right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Baseball Night in the Ozarks, a GRBL tradition. Season 10, the decade year. How about that, Daniel England, when you showed up for your first tryout in 2016? Did you ever think we'd make it here?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think so. And I sure didn't think I'd make it here. So it's been a great run. It's a great league. And
good for you and good for all of us, man.
Exactly. And it's really good to see the 10-year guys.
Yeah, we got a lot of them, right? We got one on each team.
I think so.
Every roster has an original 60 member, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, year 10's been really good too. It's Tony's done a nice job with the organization of the league and the extra stuff he's got going on. Like he's got a big screen television down here in the concourse.
Yeah, a little NFL football available for those who just can't contain themselves.
Yeah.
There's original 60 players in this one tonight. Chris Meza, the Locos player manager, and King Owens for the Branson Showmen.
Yep.
Caden Kaufman looks at a pitch from Justin Loudon. That's down. Loudon broke in Season 2. He had a gap year thrown into the mix as well. But he was, we talked about that, he was an old Table Rock Lake monster. And they fell to you and the Springfield Cashews in the Season 2 final, the first year for the league to be 6 teams.
Yeah, that's right. Springfield Cashews.
That team was nuts. Sorry, had to do it.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
we were talking about
had to do it.
We were talking about that trivia question today about.
Yeah, Ethan Mather, right?
Yeah, that's.
What was the question? I missed that, but I was like, it's got to be Mather, right?
It's prior to Trey Turner throwing 95. Who threw 92?
92, Ethan Mather.
Yeah.
I remember Jesse Hodge had like an 88 or 89.
Yeah, and then a guy that everybody forgets, because I think he only threw one time, was Michael Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy was probably throwing in the 90s. So
there's a walk to Caden Kaufman to get us rolling here in the 5th. Yeah, I mean, Michael Antonio had the distinction of having a share of the single-season hit record up until Courtney Spitz broke it last year. But at one point, 7 different guys had 16 hits in a single season, and we thought there was some sort of magical glass ceiling above 16. So here's Mikey B. Dan, I'm still not used to seeing him in that gold jersey.
Yeah, I told him it didn't look very good on him.
I figured you'd let him know.
Yeah, I did.
Michael Barnes from Drury University, 3 seasons with Daniel England's Moon City Mavericks. Now a Republic Loco, and this his 4th. .28 hits in the GRBL career of Michael Barnes. He can go get you about a hit per game.
Yeah, he can hit the ball well. Great first baseman, and he can throw it too, left side, left-handed, and
pretty solid clubhouse dude.
Yeah, he's
but
great.
Yeah, the very odd duck who throws left-handed and bats right.
Yeah. He's using some new lumber this at bat because I think Trey Turner
Broke the first one?
Broke the first one. But I watched Michael's at bat. He had a good approach. He was choked up about, 2 inches on the off the bottom of the handle against Trey and put the ball in play.
Choke up and shorten up, right?
Yeah, cost him $75.
But he was not a strikeout victim.
Exactly.
It was a very respectable ground out to second.
Yeah.
Barnes 2-0 after Loudon tried a check throw unsuccessfully. Now comes home with a fastball and it gets away from Fox. That's all Caden Kaufman needs to motor up and take second base.
Yep. 3-0.
Indeed. There's a little extracurricular shoving match there. And now I think this crew, they've worked some GRBL games, but not a lot of them, so I don't think they understand that sometimes shoving happens on the GRBL bases, and it's part of the game out here.
Yeah, shoving and other shenanigans.
Yeah, probably a little more talk than they're used to out of high schoolers. The guys are maybe a little less afraid of their managers at this level. Well, I've seen you scare a few players who are out of line, Daniel.
Mikey got a walk there, 4-pitch, I think.
Indeed. Michael Barnes is aboard. Back-to-back walks for Loudon, which is the exact sort of thing he has been trying to avoid here in 2025. It's going to set up Devin Phillips nicely here. We've seen this one before from the Locos. They get a couple of guys on, nobody out. Will it be Phillips to respond to the positive this time?
They're giving him that big hole on the right side.
Yes, they are. They are holding Kaufman. They've really got big holes between short and third and second. And yeah, Fitzpatrick really camping. This is chopped into play. Loudon off the mound. His one play is to first, and he makes it.
Good play.
Yeah, but Phillips moves the runners.
All right, we got Scott Wilson coming up.
Scott Wilson is he's a good bunter if there can be such a thing. Depends on how much you personally respect the bunt, I guess.
Yeah, if Trey Turner's deep back there, runner on third, push one that way.
Yeah.
Let Kaufman come on down the line to score. This could be interesting.
Scott Wilson manages a large beef cattle operation by a day. Instead, it's a chopper. Yeah, that is effectively a swinging bunt. He's out at first, but the run scores, and Kaufman and Wilson have just made it 3-1. So the Locos cut the deficit to 2, and they've still got one more out to play with this inning. Skyler Henson, the number 10 hitter, comes up. Grounded to the shortstop first time. Henson can stick it a little bit. 2 for 11 for the campaign. Best year swinging the bat. Oh, goodness. Probably have to go back 2023. He had 8 hits in 8 games for the Mountain Ducks that year. That's got a chance. Slicing and down it goes into right field, and then it hops over the fielder's head. So Barnes scores. It's now 3-2. Henson rounding second, heading for third. Fitzpatrick's throw in time. So Henson is out, but not before the Locos score. They do commit the cardinal sin of making the final out at third base. My colleague Clay Odell just would not give me the free pass if I didn't mention that. So, nonetheless, 3-2. We got a 1-run ball game. Bottom of the 5th coming your way after this. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free on YouTube.
Now I have all my HVAC has been upgraded. Everything's working smoothly. You know, again, that's why I use All Clear. I'm Bruce Porter. I own a company here in town called the Resource Center. We do insurance and financial stuff. So I'm not a plumber. We're busy. We have a really good staff. Just like Garen and his team, you know, we try to make a difference in the world. The last thing I want to do is be having to close my business because my plumbing doesn't work. When you use other companies, sometimes you'll get an accurate quote, and sometimes they'll have to come out more than once. And then it seems like you're always paying for this, that, or the other. So when you have somebody you can trust that's going to take care of your units or fix your plumbing when it's down, that's why I use them, because I can call them and they'll fix it. And I never have to worry about pricing. I never have to worry about what if I need them to come back. they've always been willing to come right back out and make sure it's right. We called all clear. I'm glad we did.
6 out of 7 Phillips kids agree. The kids race is a lot of fun. Devin waiting patiently. Yeah, this is Houston Freeman's little one, but look, yeah. Devin had to high-five all his kids, so he'll high-five an opponent's kid. They love the sportsmanship. It's fun to see these guys go from just hard-nosed, gritty, not take anything off anybody competitors, and then they go into dad mode. And a runner stops. The commissioner, Tony Lewis, begging for someone to finish the race here. Oh goodness, it is a tradition unlike any other, and after all that, you got to lock in and play some baseball. That is an every game occurrence, by the way. It is not just a night game or sometimes we let the kids run the bases. That is every game, usually in the middle of the fifth, as you just saw there. Pretty good field, pretty good speed around the paths. I seriously think that was a Phillips kid who took the win. So it's always a pretty safe bet in a Locos game that somebody named Phillips is going to win the kids race. It's a good thing we are not playing in Nevada, because you could not stop people from betting on that. This will be Michael Doman this inning for Branson. Then they'll go back to the top of the order. Jacob Carlson and Jordan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, Doman the Showman.
I sure would like to know what happened on that stolen base where he stole second and then decided
and then didn't steal second.
Yeah, then
that was something.
I don't know. Yeah, he went off the bag and started headed back towards first.
I don't know if somebody said hey, you got to go back, and he just did it.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it was that level of weird.
Maybe he wanted to steal it again. I don't know.
Well, nonetheless, Michael Doman, don't look now. He is 6 for 9 on the season. So he's hitting .667 out of Westchester Township, a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio. Michael Doman had just 3 hits as a rookie, has doubled it already here in 2025. Looked at a steer right there, and the count's back even.
He's another good bunter.
Yes, he is. And I mean, he had a bunt single. I mean, that was his hit tonight. He's 1 for 1. That's high and upstairs. Usually you don't see him try the bunt. That's usually when there are no strikes, he might lay one down. So I think he's committed to the swing here. Yes, well, sorta.
Ooh.
Checked it. Locos appealing. No, he didn't. It's 3-1.
Oh, there we go. There we get
now we get a very late appeal, and no, he didn't. Okay, it's 3-1. Pitch to Doman. That's a called strike. Boy, baseball's a fun game, isn't it?
It sure is.
Let's just gather it up, all of us now. 3-2 payoff is inside, and they put the speedy Michael Doman on. Let's see if he can steal second again and stay there this time.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob Carlson's going to tell him to do that because he's got a hitting streak going. Carlson 1 for 2 on the night. And Jacob is now 8 for 17 for the campaign. Smart check throw over to Doman at first. He's got 3 doubles. Once saw Jacob hit 3 triples in the same game. That was in 2023. Woo!
Check swing. Foul ball. It's a huge gap in right center. Cram's shaded over to left a little bit. If he hits it in the gap, we'll see another triple.
Instead he pulls it. That's going to go foul, third base side. Not a bad move playing Carlson to pull. I mean, he's such a talented hitter. He can spray it all over the park. He's just got a knack for finding gaps.
Yeah, and there's a huge one. If he sees it.
Doesn't take much, just kind of over Henson's head, looping around the second baseman. He could run a long way. The 0-1. Kind of took a late cut at that. He may be thinking what we're thinking. It's a foul ball. He's down 0-2. So now he'll definitely have to shorten it up.
I bet not.
Yeah, I mean, he's crowding in. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's Jacob Carlson every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the hand down on the barrel. I've been wrong before. That was close, but Doman gets back safely. Just almost on top of that plate.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And Henson throws over and out 1 and 2. Back in the box goes Jacob Carlson. Henson comes set from the chest. Slider swung on and looped. Foul.
He's fighting him off. Waiting for a mistake.
That's the difference between good hitters and great hitters, is to find a way to stay in the hunt, and they're not going to make a mistake in the pitcher's favor. Runner goes. Carlson reach out and pokes this one foul. So Doman will have to go back. Don't mind that. 2 strikes, nobody out. Send it.
Yeah, it's not an ideal count to run on because Jacob's got to protect, so that's what he did on that off-speed pitch.
Fastball got away. Doman is going. Throw was high. He's safe that time, and he is firmly planted, both feet on second base. It's a stolen bag for Doman the Showman. So he is into scoring position. 3-2 is the score. And now Phillips, the catcher, will go out and have a chat with Skyler Henson, the pitcher.
Probably changing up the sign since there's a runner on
Yeah, you know it's serious. They're talking into their sleeves and everything.
That's right.
No lip reading.
Got a lot of cameras on this game.
And of course, the Showmen have a lip reader on standby in their dugout. Well, like everybody thinks he's a lip reader, right? Got a whole roster full of them. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on second. The pitch to Jacob Carlson, and he struck him out. That's big for Skyler Henson and the Locos.
80-mile-an-hour fastball.
They're not out of the woods yet, however. As you get Jordan Fitzpatrick, who's reached safely twice tonight, a walk and a single. And, of course, you have the big boy, Trey Turner, waiting in the on-deck circle now.
Yeah, that 1 through 5 for these guys it's deadly.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it is.
It is a lot. So Fitzpatrick, 4 for 13, with a couple of walks thrown in for good measure. Clubs this one to the second baseman. Young up with it. His only play is to first, and he makes it 4-3 in time. So Doman is 90 feet away from making it a 2-run ball game. Can Trey Turner make it happen? Trey 0 for 1 on the evening. Walked first time, grounded out to second after that. 3 hits in his first 4 games of 2025 after a 16-hit campaign in 2024. Woo! Almost. Was that a brushback pitch or just a slider with no slide on it?
I think it was a slider with no slide.
Well, Skyler Henson's been known to do that. He's kind of in that same mold of like Josh Engler, and I've seen that out of Mason Davis sometimes too. When it just doesn't break, they doink somebody.
Yeah, it would definitely be an accident because Trey Turner throws 97 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the retaliatory effort whatsoever. Yeah. 3-0 here. Henson has fallen behind, comes over the plate, and Turner Obviously the light was green on the 3-0 pitch. Swings and fouls that one off. Saw Trey take a very spirited cut about 5 seconds after ball 4 passed him by a week ago. Let me tell you, I laughed. The umpire did not. Trey was awarded the base. Trey takes another cut at this one. It is foul. Third base side.
Michael Doman made the play.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do that if I'm the base runner.
Yeah.
You know, the guys are having fun out there, but at some point, you're going to run out of chain with the umpire.
Yeah, and with Skyler. He gets on the mound, he's pretty serious.
Yeah. So we got a 3-2 coming here. Turner took a swing at an inside pitch and fouled that one away. He wants to hit. I mean, that's all this is. He's swinging at anything that's remotely close.
Yeah.
Trey wants hits. He's tired of walking. I mean, he's done it 7 times already. Pops this one to the second baseman. That's going to be handled for the out. So another 4-3 ground out. Locos with C.J. Andrews playing second base that inning. So Henson walked Michael Doman, and then he got 3 consecutive outs. Dr. C.J. Andrews does his thing. Skyler Henson's night is done. We'll bring you his final numbers on the flip side of a break. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball after this.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Substitutions to tell you about for the Branson Showmen, who lead this ball game 3-2 at the start of the 6th. It begins on the pitcher's mound, where left-hander Cooper Kiesling out of Conway, Missouri, has gone to the hill. Showmen have moved their center fielder Jacob Carlson to the catcher spot, and that's kind of been the MO. He has functioned as Cooper Kiesling's personal catcher as of late. It's a full line change in the outfield for Branson. King Owens has come on to play left field. Chris Leggett is now in center, and Dustin Phelps, who was the, started this game as the designated hitter, is now the right fielder. Still Trey Turner at third, Carter Rennie at shortstop, Jordan Fitzpatrick at second, Tyler Rusk at first. But it is a full battery swap for the Branson Showmen. Cooper Kiesling, left-handed rookie. He's been pretty solid in middle relief. He's an auto mechanic by day. 4 2/3 innings. He's allowed an earned run on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 5 walks. Has been a point of attack. 2 hit batsmen and a wild pitch. So a 1.93 ERA for Kiesling. Last time out against the Nixa Suckers, he pitched 2 scoreless innings and only gave up a hit. Ryan Cram swung and missed at strike 1. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one, Daniel England. No substitutions up here in the broadcast booth. Just me and the manager of the Mavs. That is a ground ball to the third baseman. Trey Turner rifled it, but it gets away from the first baseman, Tyler Rusk. And Rusk, at about 6'7" in his spikes, stretched up, could not haul it in.
Yeah.
Activity in the Locos pen. They will have to make a change as Skyler Henson's hit the limit. Yep, it's the left-hander Scott Wilson. 3 runs allowed for Skyler Henson. They were all in the first, and they were all earned. Then he threw 4 scoreless innings after that. It's a 3-2 game. But both teams going to the pins. This is flared into right, and that's going to get down for a base hit in front of Phelps. Runners are running. We're going to have safe at third and safe at second. Nice bit of baseball there from Ryan Cram and C.J. Andrews.
That's his second time. I think he hit that in the exact same spot he did last time.
Yeah, that one had a little more spin to it as it sort of caromed into fair territory, or into foul territory rather.
Yeah, Dustin had to run a long way to get to that.
Yes, he did.
So we got 2 on, nobody out, 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, Locos have been here before. Griffith hits that one to the shortstop. Rennie will make the play at first, but Cram scores, and we are tied. It is 3-3. So Leon Griffith did the job. It's a tie ball game, and the Locos still have a runner at third. Pinch hitter up now in the 4 spot. This is Caden Morrow, the rookie from Hillcrest High School in Springfield. And looked at a baseball that dipped into the zone for a called strike. Action's been fast here in the 6th. Another breaking pitch from Kiesling's almost 12-6, more like maybe 1-7 if you want to be nitpicky about the hands on the clock. That was a fastball, down and away.
But that breaking pitch was 51 miles an hour.
Yeah. And after you've seen 95 from Trey Turner, it looks like 27 miles per hour. Actually, Cooper will laugh about that himself and say, yeah, I don't throw it very hard, but my job is to try to get them to just roll over and ground out. Caden Morrow hitting 400. He's 2 for 5.
Oh, pass ball.
Yes, indeed. That's going to bring a runner home.
He's out.
Ooh. No, he is not. The tag came down. Ball squirted out. C.J. Andrews is safe, and it is 4-3. The Locos with their first lead of the night, and it comes on a passed ball.
Wow. Be interesting if he'd held on to that ball. He might have been out at the plate. He got there in plenty of time. Not a terrible quick snap throw from Carlson at the backstop.
Throw was good, and then I thought for a sec Kiesling's tag was good, and then they called him safe. So
yeah, then the ball
ruling on the runner was definitely ahead of the tag. Simons swings and grounds this one to short. Rennie throws back to second for 1. That's all they're going to get as Fitzpatrick elects to hang on rather than force a throw. So that'll bring up Caden Kaufman. He is the 6th Loco to come to the plate this inning. They've scored 2 and have taken their first lead. He's sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. A strikeout and a walk tonight for the younger Kaufman, whose older brother Caleb is a member of the Springfield Mets. 1-0 the count. Woo!
Yeah.
Little high cheese at 65 miles per hour for a strike.
Well, it's 14 miles faster than his
That's
his off-speed pitch, so
that's good stuff.
Probably looks 90. No snap throw.
Yeah, not a bad idea there from Jacob Carlson. Showmen are going to be a little bit frustrated when they come off at the end of this inning. They've got to be thinking exactly what the Locos are thinking. We can come back and score with any part of the order. It doesn't matter, as that's going to put Kaufman aboard, a bouncer.
I think it hit him.
It did.
Yeah.
So hit by pitch is the call. First and second. The batter is Michael Barnes, 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Mikey B.
Giving him that whole right side again. 2 strikes.
Very quickly, he has fallen behind, stepping out of the box before the 0-2.
See if he throws in the 51-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Yep.
Yes, he does. Barnes pokes it. Is it going to get over Rusk's
wow.
head? It does. He bloops one. Barnes has a hit. Barnes has an RBI. It is 5-3. How about the job by Michael Barnes? Had to get down on it, as the old song goes, but he did so with gusto.
I think he stopped his swing mid-swing and then just flicked it out over Rusk's head.
He just said, "Excuse me," and yeah, he and Rusk are laughing about it. And, you know, that's 2 first basemen respecting each other right there. The old hot poker does the job for Michael Barnes. It is now 1st and 3rd for the Locos. Ooh, goodness, Devin Phillips fouled that off.
Jacob's mask, I
Yeah,
think.
that hit the catcher.
That was a big hack.
Well, Phillips has been sitting and watching 65, 65, 51. He wants a piece of that. Yes, indeed. All the way around that time to fall behind 0-2. And that's when Cooper Kiesling's been effective. He's throwing stuff like that. Should be 0-2. Breaking ball up the middle. Rennie with it. And the Showman shortstop will elect to just step on the bag, take the unassisted put out. But a big inning for the Republic Locos there. They plate 3 RBIs for Leon Griffith and Michael Barnes, and it is a 5-3 ball game. The Railmen out in front for the first time tonight. We're back with more Grip and Rip baseball in a moment.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga? Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Wholesale changes for the Republic Locos, now leading 5-3, and it begins with a Henry's Towing pitching change. Left-hander Scott Wilson from Miller, Missouri, by way of Neosho, where he went to high school and then played at Crowder College. Scott Wilson getting the ball and the lead. Locos have also brought in Jordan Henson to play left field. Caden Morrow is in right. It is Colton Simons moving from the outfield to third base. C.J. Andrews is at second. Mercifully, it is still Caden Kaufman, the starting shortstop in the ballgame, and Michael Barnes is still in at first. Leon Griffith Jr. is now catching, and Ryan Cram holding it down in center field. So 3 originals, and other than that, the train is in motion, as the Locos might say. Rantzberger with Daniel England for what has turned into an extended guest starring role on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. Brought him in just to make fun of him for answering the trivia question, and he just keeps hanging around. I'm not kicking him out. You can leave whenever you want to, Dan, but if you want to hang out, hang out.
I appreciate it.
You just want to sit by the air conditioner. I know how you are, but we make you earn your AC. David Edwards coming up here. He's the number 4 man in the order for the Showmen. So 4, 5, 6 this inning. Edwards, Rusk, and Phelps.
It's a big inning for Scott right here. He needs to be efficient, get outs, get back in the dugout.
So he's had 2 good outings and 1 blow up. That happened back on August 17th. Last time we saw Scott Wilson, it was good. 1 inning, no runs, 1 hit, a strikeout. So 2 1/3. He comes into tonight's game carrying a 10.8 ERA for the season. But you look back at his 2024, he pitched 11 2/3 innings and had a 4.63 ERA, scattering 9 hits, striking out 9. But yeah, Wilson kind of, same deal as it is for a lot of relievers in this league. Come in, find the strike zone. Not going to overpower anybody, but you got to find the way to put your defense to work and hopefully force the other team to do you some favors. David Edwards is up here 2-1. I think they've got that crossed up on the board. That should bring us even 2-2.
That's a big cut.
Yeah, Edwards was thinking about hitting the wall again. He's got 2 doubles in this game. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, Scott needs to make a good pitch here.
Instead, he ran one in on the hip, and the count is full. Yeah, Wilson was out there in left field for a wall banger that David Edwards hit. So definitely is going to have a healthy respect for the power game here.
Yeah, it looks like Henson's about 4 steps in front of the
Jordan
track.
Is way back there.
Yeah, got him.
Big cut chasing. Scott Wilson sits down David Edwards. So a good start for the left-handed cattleman out of Neosho. Now he gets to see Tyler Rusk. He's 1 for 1 on the night with a double and RBI, and he's been hit by a pitch. Wearing the collar no longer. It was a slump-breaking hit for T. Rusk in the first as part of that big 3-run inning that Branson had. But that lead is a distant memory as the Locos have since scored 5 unanswered and lead this thing 5-3. Wilson ahead here, 0-1 on Rusk. Oh.
Bouncer almost hit Rusk.
That stayed in Scott Wilson's hand about a full second longer than it should have.
Most definitely. He's tried to overthrow it.
The adrenaline's pumping, lights are on, big ball game. Scott Wilson also in the situation where he's trying to show that he can be relied upon. These guys have a lot to play for right here as he misses down.
Yeah, he's a competitor.
Absolutely. Scott told me basically as long as I have a pulse, the GRBL is going to get a $20 tryout fee out of me on a yearly basis. Love that for him, man.
No doubt.
2-1. That's kind of attitude you like to have in your dugout, certainly.
Yeah.
And Scott's dad still watches him play a lot, which is cool. Love those cross-generational baseball stories that happen throughout GRBL Sundays. Dads get to watch their boys again. Kids get to watch their dads for the first time.
Oh, good pitch.
Yes, it was. Oh my gosh, he fooled Rusk big time right there, and that pulls the count back even 3-2. Yeah, Tyler steps out. He's frustrated.
Yeah, that was ball 4.
So back in it goes Tyler Rusk from Cole Camp, Missouri, home of the Bluebirds, facing the old Neosho Wildcat Scott Wilson, and he ran one in.
Yeah.
So Wilson battled back, but it is Tyler Rusk reaching safely for the 3rd time tonight.
That's right.
One down, and it's Dustin Phelps.
Gets a ground ball right here. Nobody hurt.
Well, certainly what Andrews and Kaufman, the middle infielders for the Locos, are asking for. Definitely giving Dustin Phelps some room on the right side. Dustin Phelps now resides in Branson, Missouri. He's originally from Rolla. Up here, 1-0.
Good pitch.
Indeed. Called Steerike. Dustin Phelps, one of many youth sports coaches we've got out here playing. A little frame job, you might say, from Leon Griffith.
Yeah, I think he pulled that back in just a little bit. Got the call from the home plate umpire.
Hey, remember from the preseason, we liked Leon's game as a catcher, and that, yeah, can turn those borderline pitches into strikes sometimes. So the Locos up 1-2. That is a hot shot right back up the middle. It goes off the bat of Dustin Phelps, and then a little misplay on the infield. Tyler Rusk is not Michael Doman, so he's going to go back to second base, and that's where he will come to rest. But nice piece of hitting there by Dustin Phelps. Hot shot single into center field.
Yeah, Cram was playing extremely shallow on that play and tried to throw behind Rusk and almost got him.
This is Cooper Kiesling. He is hitting in the stead of Houston Freeman here. Kiesling, the auto mechanic from Conway, Missouri, friend of Brock Chaffin, a GRBL Hall of Famer. 25 years old. Mostly works on diesel engines. Looking for his first GRBL hit. Saw a few ball players get their first GRBL hits today. Been nice to see some slumps broken.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off when you can
just get the snowball rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
0-1 to Kiesling. Lefty versus lefty. That's something Scott Wilson actually likes a lot. You know, a lot of lefties, I don't know, it gets in their head when they see another left-handed batter, but Wilson actually likes it.
Yeah, you get that breaking ball running away, get some swings and misses.
They are setting him up away. Let's see what they do here. Yes, indeed. Griffith tried to frame it, and no. We're going to get a 1-2 count here.
That scoreboard just went completely black.
Woo.
Oh, now we're back.
Now it's back. That was very interesting. Wilson nods at the sign from Griffith. Comes set for the 1-2 and deals it. Kiesling straight underneath it, so we'll set up and do it again. That is fouled back. I think that got all the way over our roof. Fifth pitch of the plate appearance coming up here for Cooper. Reaches out and pokes this one into fair territory. Michael Barnes, the first baseman, has it, and he steps on the bag to get the out. That is just out number 2.
Got King Owen coming up for his first AB.
Yeah, business still happening for Branson as Owens bats in the... He is in the Loudon position, so this is the 8th spot in the order. His Royal Highness King Owens, sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. TRL for Table Rock Lake. King usually hits somewhere in the neighborhood 200 to 250.
Another nice frame job by
yes,
Leon
it was.
there.
It was very nice. Nothing in 1. Wilson ran one in. They're going to have to be careful here with Rusk at third. Not an overall speed demon by any means, but a smart ball player.
Yeah, he's not getting much secondary on third there, so.
Well, and he can afford to force the issue here. He's just being cautious. Owens pulls this one toward the shortstop, tailing downward and into the glove of Caden Kaufman for the out. So that does it in the 6th. Our score remains Republic Locos 5, Branson Showmen 3. Stretch inning is next on the other side of this break. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free all season long right here on our YouTube channel. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you never miss when your favorite GRBL athlete's playing.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Stays on for the Branson Showmen. They trail the Republic Locos 5-3 as we have crossed the 8 o'clock hour. So this ball game just about 2 hours old. We started a shade after the announced start time of 6 o'clock, but we've gotten every inning in thus far today. Might need the boys to step on the gas pedal just a touch, but we're not in danger yet.
Scott's coming up to bat.
Scott Wilson bats. Yeah, he is the number 9 hitter. So,
I don't know if he's going to go out for another inning. Cooper Kiesling's back.
Wilson looked at a strike. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Does have an RBI. Came on a ground out. Put the first run aboard for the Locos. Swung and missed. Big time there chasing. As much as Scott Wilson likes pitching to left-handed batters, not loving it against a left-handed pitcher here.
He about screwed himself in the ground on a 58 mile an hour.
He reaches out to poke that one to get another look. Yeah, he did. He did all the way around there. Really put his right shoe to the limit, didn't he?
Yep, had a big grin on his face.
Kiesling attacks low, and Wilson lays off that time. It's 1-2. That was 55 that time. We've seen it go as slow as 51. Yet to see Kiesling touch the 40s, but you have to feel like it's possible, don't you?
Yeah.
Woo! That was the gas at 57. Swing and a miss. Throw to first in time. That was harder than it looked for Jacob Carlson there on a dropped third strike for out number 1.
It was a great play by Russ to snatch it right out of the runner where Jacob threw it into.
So Jordan Henson bats here. He is batting in his brother Skyler Henson's position in the order. So Jordan Henson from Monette, Missouri, is a teacher at Logan Rogersville Middle School. Checked his swing at strike 1. A self-professed Harry Potter nerd.
Wow.
Have not asked him which house he is in. I'll try to get to the bottom of that before the end of the season. Admittedly, I've never read one of the books, but I have seen all the films.
I have read all the books.
That's a very dad move of you, Daniel. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I read them all to my youngest daughter, Emma, when she was in middle school.
Very nice. 1-2 pitch.
Struck him out.
Indeed. Looking. 52. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Cooper Kiesling. Look out. He's heating up. That's typical Kiesling stuff. That's the kind of thing we've seen out of him in his GRBL career to date. And you know that's frustrating for the hitters, as Ryan Cram sat back on a 65-mile-per-hour pitch, hit it off the back foot. Jordan Fitzpatrick, the second baseman, hauls it in. So 3 up, 3 down for Cooper Kiesling and the Showmen. They'll look to answer on the other side of the 7th inning stretch as they trail 5-3. Locos in front. Let's take a minute and stretch it out. It's brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
We're having some fun tonight on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, and it's been a good one. Started out a 3-0 deficit early, but the Republic Locos fought their way back. 2 runs in the 5th, 3 runs in the 6th, and they hold the lead right now on the downside of the 7th inning stretch. Locos send Scott Wilson out to work again in the 7th.
So they still probably got Colton.
They got Colton Simons.
Mikey B.
They've got Michael Barnes. Although they've been using Michael Barnes very sparingly.
Okay.
So I don't know what's up with that. They've still got Caden Morrow. They've got Leon Griffith who can throw, but
yeah.
I gotta think it's got to be Barnes or Simons, realistically, coming on. But for the moment, Scott Wilson is the man on the mound for the choo-choo train. Ball 1 to Carter Rennie, the Branson shortstop, in the 9 position in the order. And they've got Chris Leggett in the on-deck circle, so we're going to see a pinch hitter here. Rennie sat back, took a late cut at a heater from Scott Wilson and fouled it off.
Yeah, Scott needs to have a efficient inning, get his team back in the dugout, get them back up to bat. Because that's exactly what Cooper just did to them.
Yeah.
About 6 pitches, I think.
Got to figure out how to match that. Maybe not 6 pitches, but a 1-2-3 would be huge for the Locos if they can get it here. Instead, he runs one in. It is now 2-1. 2 balls and a strike for Carter Rennie. Scoreboard reading 3-0, but that's not right. It's okay. I saw the hands that time on the umpire. That is swung on and fouled. A laser goes into the Republic bullpen down the first base line. So that pulls us even 2-2.
Yeah, I saw the scoreboard. I didn't think Rennie would have a green light on the 3-0.
Nope, it's deuces. That ran in, so now the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Carter Rennie, the Branson shortstop. Having some board malfunctions over there, to be fair. Boys fighting their way through it in the big part of the press box. The payoff pitch bent into the zone. A called strike 3. And that's a big punchy for Scott Wilson, is it not?
Yeah, that's a huge out. Carter thought it was ball 4. He chucked his bat. Was getting ready to head down to first base.
It's going to bring up Chris Leggett, Branson outfielder, sponsored by Handyman Rentals Incorporated. 2 for 8 here in 2025. Had a 6-hit season with the Showmen in 24. Part of a championship winning club. That was his first time to win the Howard Bell Trophy.
Branson's got somebody warming up in the bullpen. I can't see who it is, though.
Well, I may try to have a look, but yeah, we're pretty blocked by the dugout. That's one downside. Yes, indeed. C.J. Andrews gets it over to Michael Barnes in time for the second out. It is a right-hander. If I'm not mistaken, that's David Edwards. David Edwards was a college pitcher, believe it or not.
All right.
I'll quote some stats for you if and when. That's what we're really looking at here. But first things first, Scott Wilson gets the prize of having to deal with Jacob Carlson for the trouble of retiring Rennie and Leggett. Carlson hammers one into the night sky, but that is foul.
Wow. Yeah, that had the distance.
But it hooked. And so a loud strike is what we're calling that one. Definitely one of the more impressive Bank of Missouri 50-cent foul balls we've seen tonight. Only guy coming away with that is whoever's warming up in the Branson bullpen. I suspect it's David Edwards. It's now 1-1 to Carlson. Jacob 1 for 3 on the night with a single and a couple of strikeouts. Single was what started off that big 3-run first for the Showmen, and yeah, Scott Wilson, maybe a little shook by the foul ball, but then he battled right back for strike 2 there on a breaking ball. Rocks and deals high and tight. We're back even. Maybe a design mistake pitch, I don't know. Every time I think I know, somebody proves me wrong. Deuces for Jacob Carlson.
Bounced one.
Yep, that's grip lock, just overthrowing the ball, as you said there, Daniel. Maybe trying to do a little too much, or just sometimes the baseball just doesn't come out of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well come right in, challenge Jacob. It doesn't get any easier for the next 4 batters, so.
Who are you going to take your chances with, right?
Yeah.
Got to be somebody. And instead they walk him. And Wilson wanted to try to bend one down on the outer half. Just let go a touch too early, so it is a walk to Jacob Carlson, a threat to steal, and he's on for Jordan Fitzpatrick. 1 for 2 on the night, a single, a walk, and a ground out to second last time.
Looking down here on the concourse, Tony's got us on the big screen.
Yeah,
he's got the live
so
feed.
Fans in the park can watch the game and see the screen.
Yeah, there's a little bit delay, but.
Well, hey, that's the magic of the internet, my friend.
Yeah.
We're delivering it to you as fast as we can. That's all I'll say. Fitzpatrick, hot shot up the middle. It's Kaufman coming up with it. His one play was to first, and he made it. And a spectacular defensive season just continues for the rookie Caden Kaufman. So Showmen get a runner on, but the Locos and Scott Wilson come away unscathed. 5-3 your score. Inning number 8 is next on the other side of this break. We'll say a big thank you to our broadcast sponsor, Central Bank of the Ozarks. Central Bank Company, strong roots, endless possibilities.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lance Berger alongside the skip of the Moon City Mavericks, Mr. 5-time Daniel England. And yes, we teased it, and it has come to fruition. David Edwards is on the pitcher's mound. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Showmen. David Edwards. So here you go. He was a junior college baseball player out of Ocala, Florida, from St. Cloud High School. Part of the Disney Metro sprawl, if you will. Went to Polk Community College in Winter Haven, Florida. And then he was a pitcher at James Madison University for his junior and senior years. 20 2/3 innings across that time span. He gave up 28 runs on 34 hits, 11 strikeouts to 20 walks, and he carried a 7.84 ERA. He has had some preseason pitching appearances in his GRBL time. But this is the first time in a long time I've seen David Edwards on the mound. He's 35 years old by trade, a strength and conditioning coach for NCAA Division II University of Missouri S&T in Rolla, Missouri. So here you go, trailing by 2. Showman a little short-handed perhaps, turn things to David Edwards.
Cooper Kiesling's at it right now.
And apart from that, I was trying to look around.
I think
they
it's
have
all the same.
Still Carlson behind the plate, so that means Leggett in center. And they are running, yeah, it's still King Owens in left field. Turner at third. Rennie and Fitzpatrick in the middle, and still Tyler Rusk at first. In the GRBL South Division, Showmen right now 3-1. Outcome of this game pending. Ozark Mountain Ducks are 3-2. The Nixa Suckers are 2-3. I think both the Ducks and the Suckers are rooting for the Locos to go ahead and pull this one out. Republic's going to leave this game tonight second place in the GRBL North regardless, but that would definitely shake up the South Division if the Locos can hang on. That would temporarily vault the Mountain Ducks and back into first position with a head-to-head game between Ozark and Branson coming up next week. There's a bouncer to Dr. C.J. Andrews, ball 1. C.J. tonight 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Go ahead and have yourself a day, Dr. Andrews. Whew. Thinking about a third double there with that swing and miss.
Definitely. David ran that up there at 80 miles an hour. It's pretty good.
Well, he can throw hard. The question is, can he hit the strike zone? Andrews, one hopper in and out of the mid of the shortstop, Carter Rennie. That was a hot hit ball, and they scored an error. So an error charged to the Branson shortstop here in the 8th.
Yeah, I think that short hop just ate him up.
Yeah. So here's Leon Griffith.
CJ hit that pretty hard.
Yes, he did. He may ask for an official review on that. I'll go take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's an error.
I'm usually not one to overturn the official scorer, however. So error is the way Jacob House saw it. That's what we're rolling with. Leon Griffith, the batter, pulled that one sharp but foul. So you got C.J. Andrews from the Pacific Northwest, Leon Griffith from Florida. Real coast-to-coast part of the lineup here for Republic. Leon got hit by a pitch. He's drawn a walk, grounded out for his RBI tonight.
Pass ball. C.J. moves up to second base.
One-two to
Nice
Griffith.
hit.
That is a nice piece. Out into left field it goes. Locos are gonna send it. Coming in to score is C.J. Andrews. How about the wheels? And how about the hit from Leon Griffith? He is in the hit column. He's got another RBI on the night. And it is now 6-3.
That was a very nice hit.
Caden Morrow comes up here, drew a walk his first time. Now resides in Marshfield, Missouri. We're going to get a courtesy run for the catcher here. That is another catcher running for him, Devin Phillips.
Yeah, so we went from slow to slower.
You sure that's what would happen if we lined up Phillips and Griffith for a race?
I think so.
I might like to see that, actually. I might give Phillips by a nose. I'd be tempted to gamble with you. Bet your Brahms milkshake. How about that?
Yeah, have catchers run the bases.
Talked about that. Was a topic I had with my second partner on the day, Justin Loudon. We would like to see a GRBL 4x100 relay. We were going to put your Mavericks against Courtney Spitz's Suckers, thinking that would be a pretty good battle. But we were going advantage Mavericks ever so slightly on that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put Matthew Kellerstrass in there.
For sure, I would go 2 Kellerstrasses and Thomas Brand and a player to be named later, and I think you'd have yourself a pretty good 4x1 squad there.
Yeah, we definitely would.
I've threatened this. I've said this out loud to my wife. I've also threatened it to Tony Lewis and Kevin Robertson in the front office. Here's a grounder up to the shortstop. Rennie up with it. That time the throw to Rusk is in time, but the Locos do advance the runner on the play. I said I was going to write into my will that I'm going to set aside some of whatever I got left in the bank account to establish a GRBL-themed 5K run that is open and a requirement for every rostered player. I'd love to see what would happen if we lined it up and made everybody run.
Base hit.
5K, yes indeed. Colton Simons has himself an RBI. That train is chewing down the tracks now. Colton Simons busts out of a slump in a big way with an RBI base hit into left center. It is now 7-3 for the Locos. It's going to bring up Caden Kaufman. Boy, he'd like to keep everything rolling downhill. Yeah, swung and missed like a guy who's thinking about driving one into left center. Sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. So you wouldn't do a GRBL themed 5K, Daniel?
I don't know if I can.
You'd find a way to get out of that one.
I've ran a couple 5Ks, but
yeah?
That was before I had my knee replaced. So.
Well, just think of it like pickleball, but a lot straighter.
Yeah, I don't run very far in pickleball.
And without all the pop, pop, pop noises. Well, they are still pickling out there beyond the center field wall. They were pop, pop, popping this morning when Tony and I got here a little before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they start early and they'll play till they turn the lights off.
It's going to be popping when we go home. I know Kaufman down on strikes. Yeah. It's a big momentum grab for Edwards, but it might be too little too late.
Yeah, that was a good pitch inside. Got Simons on first, 2 outs. Mikey B coming up.
Yeah, Barnes had an RBI single on a little poker last time.
Yep.
So he's 1 for 2, an RBI and a walk. Surgical assistant turned banker, Michael Barnes. So
we had Devin Phillips in the on-deck circle. So he went from courtesy runner to on-deck circle.
Yeah, now Simons goes. He is safe.
Yep.
Yeah, the Locos are just not sure if the substitution was technically what was the way that was supposed to go. Again, you probably can't say it was a speed upgrade, whatever it was. 1-1.
Base hit. Nope.
No, sir. Fitzpatrick didn't take a step, just did the old bullfighters grab, and he hauled it in for the out.
I thought Mikey hit that harder.
Yeah, it looked hot, but kind of tailed down, and Jordan Fitzpatrick read it well. So 2 runs go up on the board for the Locos. RBI base hits for Leon Griffith and for Colton Simons. The Railmen are going slump busting, and they lead 7-3. Middle of the 8th. Back with more in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Well, how about this? The cattleman, Scott Wilson, is back out there for a third inning. The Republic Locos. I mean, why not? Everybody else is breaking out here in this one. Why not Scott Wilson to give you 3?
They got 2 extra runs to support that inning.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, insurance has been bought. And the Locos are going to have to make a change after this because Skyler Henson went 5. So we're either going to see activity in the bullpen or we're going to see a spectacular show in the 9th with a position player coming on to throw. We'll wait and see, but for the moment it's Scott Wilson, and the guy coming to the dish is Trey Turner. It'll be 3-4-5 for the Showmen here in the bottom of the 8th. So Turner, Edwards, Rusk.
Tough outs. Tough outs coming.
Fastball outside. Boy, Scotty was pumped up a little bit there. And I'll show you your 95-mile-per-hour flamethrower. Here comes the gas. 74.
73, yeah.
Breaking ball into the
65,
zone that time. That's where you live, Scott Wilson. That is where you live. Back even 1-1. So Trey's going to be frustrated at the end of the night. 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, and then he slices this one. Michael Barnes, well, he was all in there as Wilson was covering, but Michael Barnes hauls it in for the out, drops Turner to 0 for 3 on the evening. It has been a while since that has happened to Mr. Turner, and he doinks the bat off the turf in frustration. It's going to bring up David Edwards, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles, 2 runs batted in. But the Showmen trail. Then again, they've been down big before.
Yeah, David's hot right now.
Yep.
You got to be careful here.
He is digging in up in the front of the batter's box. You don't see that very often in the GRBL, but he's thinking he wants to meet whatever Scott Wilson has to throw out in front of the plate.
Oh, it doesn't matter with him. If he was facing Trey Turner, he'd be up in the front of the box. He does it with everybody, and he has since he joined the league. He is just that confident with his hand speed. He's not scared.
Slightly open right-handed batting stance. Wilson, and it's a good pitch against a guy who's going to stand in like that.
Yeah.
Kind of see it on David's face. He was not happy to watch that one go past, so he's down 0-2.
Yeah, he crowds the plate just like
he does, just like Carlson, just like Turner. I'm noticing a theme here. 0-2 swung on and lifted. Yeah, that's going to be on the playing surface. It's going to be trouble for Morrow. It gets down. Edwards thought about going for more. Instead, he's going to whoa up and hold up at first.
That was C.J. Andrews, who corralled that ball out in right field.
Second baseman ranged all the way back, and then and Barnes ran back there too.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like I've talked about this with some outfielders before. The light stanchions here at Met are not as tall as the ones at U.S. baseball parks. You can, on a high hit ball like that, the ball can absolutely go high enough to go into the dark and then come back down into the lights. It can be tricky at night. But that was also just hit to a spot that was going to be a long run for somebody.
Yeah, Morrow was very deep.
It dropped in for David Edwards, so he's on.
They're courtesy running with Michael Doman.
Well, I don't know that that's kosher, but I mean, look, it's up to the opposing manager to challenge it, right?
It is.
And so, Showmen taking advantage a little bit, perhaps. A little bit of whose line is it anyway kind of stuff here. Tyler Rusk down 0-1, and Wilson's going to make a check throw. Well, so yeah, Doman was lifted, so technically he's a bench player, if you want to, again, technically.
Did he start? Was he a starter?
He was a starter.
Yeah.
They subbed him out. They subbed in Chris Leggett. So what you could argue is, hey, we don't have anybody left on the bench. It's just this guy, Michael Doman. Not my fault he's lightning fast.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure that would be Carlson's argument. Wow, who, me?
Yeah. Yeah. It's between him or Jared Fox. Not a tough choice.
Sure they'll claim Jared is injured or something like that. Hope he gets better, by the way. 2-1.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The game within the game. What will the managers pull on each other tonight?
Uh-oh.
That was a pretty well done check throw from Scott Wilson there.
Scott's got a decent move.
Yeah, left-handers, man. Scotty Wilson's got a good one. Michael Barnes has a good one. Kyle Carpenter's is nice.
You get Doman on the wrong foot, leading the wrong way, he may get picked off.
They will go to the plate. Tyler Rusk puts one in the air, center field, over his Cram, and he makes the catch. He's going to try to throw. A little bit off, and it got there. Nice effort from Ryan Cram, but they do get out number 2. Yes, he does. And, you know, Ryan Cram, I know he's battled some injuries, and he's had some ups and downs. But really just having a nice year for the Republic Locos. He's been up here in the press box post-game a couple times now. But been cool to see.
Yeah,
just having a good one.
He had a rough year last year. Had some arm issues. Then he had a medical procedure. So I'm glad to see he's having a good year. Scott's getting some big outs here.
Yes, he is, man. I did not think I would see 3 innings from Scott Wilson tonight, but it's cool to see, man. We've seen some different Locos step up. We've seen, you know, both Griffith and Simons get out of slumps. Skyler Henson got himself an RBI earlier in the night. This Locos team could have folded the tent early because they were definitely in the storm in the first 3 innings. But they have fought back 7 unanswered runs.
Yeah, and goose eggs since the first inning.
Yeah. Dustin Phelps, the batter, pulls 1 foul. This Republic team now, you know, they started off 0-2, in danger of winning 3 in a row. That, my friends, is called a winning streak.
Yeah, I don't want to see them get hot, being in the same division that they're in.
I was going to say, it's not a good time of year for some heat out of the Locos, is it, Daniel?
It is not.
Locos fans would probably beg to differ. Two balls and a strike. We'll tell you next week. On September 21st, Locos will play Moon City. That's at 3 p.m. England versus Mesa. Who's going to hoodwink who on a questionable substitution? Tune in at 3 o'clock to find out. Breaking pitch, and then, Griffith just threw it into right center field. And yeah, the hand went to the head immediately, but nice job by Ryan Cram. Read that nicely off of Doman's slide, and they're going to make him stay put. It's second base.
Love the fundamental baseball being played by Ryan Cram right there. Backing up the throw.
Did what you're supposed to do. So next Sunday at noon, the Ozark Mountain Ducks take on these Branson Showmen. That's going to be big in the GRBL South Division standings. And then at 6 o'clock, the baseball night in the Ozarks game, Springfield Metropolitans against Nixa Suckers. 2 teams coming off of losses. Somebody's going to have to win that game, and that is going to be an important momentum grabber, perhaps, as we start to think a little more loudly about October. Called strike 2 to Dustin Phelps, and the count is now full. Locos fans liking the fight from Scott Wilson here.
That's a good pitch on the, he's running that into right-handers, and he's getting the call, so I'd go right back there with that same pitch.
3-2, we'll see what Griffith sets up for Scott.
I wouldn't try to be too cute here.
Nope. No,
They
tried it, and it didn't dip into the zone, so they walked Dustin Phelps, and the inning continues. Batter will be Cooper Kiesling, another lefty. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Probably expect Doman will just sort of dance around, but realistically not going to go until there are 2 strikes. First offering to Kiesling dips into the zone. Yes, indeed. Caught the outer half down. 0-1. Man, first pitch strike burst. I'm going to have to go back and look on the app, but it's been pretty solid tonight for Scott Wilson, I do believe, and it's gotten sharper, I think, as the outing is gone.
Yeah, it's important to get ahead.
Well, we're back even now, 1-1. Man, if I'm Wilson, I'm dancing back with that slider. Yep, that was it.
Yeah, it just didn't pull it down.
Yeah, Leon Griffith tried to frame that a little bit, but no sale there for the man in charge, that's Jack Haydank. I've seen Jack, actually, I saw him work a high school game in which I watched Chris Mesa's Greenwood Blue Jays play. Had a one-off PA announcing gig, and Jack did a nice job in that game. You know, he's been identified as a sort of an up-and-comer in the MAU. And that's important. We need a good next generation of umpires, just like we need a good next generation of ball players. He's got a couple of good ones here in Haydank and Heimer.
Yeah, it's a thankless job.
You know, just sports officiating in general. I didn't do baseball, but I have officiated before. There's a walk to Dustin Phelps. It's starting to fall apart here for Scott Wilson. Back-to-back free passes, and the bases are loaded.
Yeah.
Gonna have to bow his neck and try to get King Owens here. Yeah, definitely. Before I was about to let my refereeing license expire, I had taken to backing into my parking spaces every time I went to the field, just in case I needed to get out of there in a hurry. I could just drop it into drive and get out of there. It's not a good feeling when you're going to work with that kind of mindset.
Yeah, I've been there myself.
So Owens ahead here, 1-0.
Scott's got to throw strikes.
Instead, he runs one in. So King Owens, sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. He is the only member of the original 60 on this Branson roster. He has been in the league now 10 seasons.
There's nowhere to put him, so Scott's got to come right at him. There it is.
Does that time on the inner half. And yeah, King was going to, after going up 2-0, felt pretty safe. He was going to leave it on the shoulder until he saw a strike from Wilson, so there it was.
Yeah, they need runs, so that's a good approach. Make Scott throw strikes.
Down by 4. Ooh.
Good block by Leon Griffith there.
Indeed, yeah, big block. As Wilson overthrew the pitch.
So are we 2-1?
Yeah, we're 3-1.
3-1, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be taking all the way if I was King.
Yes, indeed. He will take ball 4, and they walk in a run. It's now 3 consecutive free passes by Wilson, whose outing is just unraveling. It's the deepest water he's been in a while as a pitcher.
It's like Chris has got to go out and either talk to him or make a change.
I think you got to make a visit here, if not a swap here. So we've got Caden Kaufman is going out and picking up the rosin bag, but you've also got Colton Simons walking in from third. I think it's going to be Simons. Let's see. 7-4 is our score.
I'd give Scott one more batter, I think.
No, they are.
Yeah, I'd go one more.
Hey guys, it's 7-4 now. You need to update the board. So 7-4, and yeah, they are going to give Wilson one more batter. So Carter Rennie steps in for the Showmen, wearing the collar tonight. 0 for 3. Struck out looking the last time he faced Scott Wilson.
There you go.
Looked at strike one there. Should have gone and had a mound visit one batter ago, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. Settle Scott down a little bit, give him a breather, let him get refocused, and then attack the zone.
He's got his air. He's going to come home.
Done.
Yes, indeed. Bent it right in there. Look, when you know you're potentially facing your last batter of the night, let it all hang out a little bit. Rennie crowds in, trying to make that zone small. They're setting him up inside. Wilson comes home. Rennie swings and fouls it back out of play.
Yeah, Scott's still throwing well. I mean, his velocities on his fastball hasn't really dipped much. He's about 74.
There we go. He's about to yell at somebody. 7-4. They've updated the board. Rennie, an inside-out slicer.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be trouble. Wilson flips a dive.
Oh, man.
And they get Rennie by a step. There was nothing beautiful about that, but it got the out, and it got the Locos out of the inning. So 7-4. Branson scratches one across, but the Showmen trail by 3. We are back with inning number 9 on the other side of this timeout. It is baseball night in the Ozarks. Don't go anywhere. The big finish is coming up next, right after this timeout.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen in the top of the 9th. Right-handed veteran King Owens, a GRBL original, is back in action and back on the pitcher's mound. He has been held out of pitching for the last couple of weeks. Said the arm felt good, but the situation hasn't warranted him getting back on there. Got a little bit blown up first time out, an inning and 2/3, 5 earned runs on 4 hits, a walk and a hit batsman. 55 pitches, 26 strikes. King's best pitching season. Well, he had a good one in 2023, as a matter of fact, with your Moon City Mavericks. Daniel England had a 3.52 ERA across 23 innings of work. Struck out 18 and walked 8 that time.
Yeah, he did have a good year that year.
Defensive substitutions for Branson. Jacob Carlson has gone to left field. Still Chris Leggett in center. It is now Cooper Kiesling in right. Trey Turner at third. Carter Rennie at short. Jordan Fitzpatrick at second. Nothing new there, but Dustin Phelps is on, replacing Tyler Rusk as the first baseman. And Jared Fox back into the ball game behind the plate, catching King Owens. So a couple of veterans here in the battery. Jared Fox and King Owens for the Branson Showmen. King sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. It'll be Devin Phillips for the Locos, looking to buy insurance. Phillips, Wilson, and Henson due up here in the top of the 9th. And of course, the Showmen, being the home team, will get to come to scratch one more time before the night is done.
And it'll be against Colton Simons. It looks like he's warming up down in the bullpen.
Boy, how about the job by Scott Wilson? 1 run allowed. It was earned over the course of 3 innings of work. But yeah, that was a deeper pitching performance than we have seen from Scott Wilson in quite some time. He protected a pretty important lead, all told.
Yes, he did. Those were high-stress innings, and I'd love to see him have some success.
Owens has fallen down 2-0 against Devin Phillips.
Mm. 3-0. I'm sure the Locos like to get that run back.
Yeah, something about 4 feels better than 3, right?
I agree.
So that's, I don't know. That's one of those things where the gap feels larger than it really is. Oof. Devin Phillips took a huge cut at a 3-1. Went over the top, and it is now 3-2. So Owens, everything is rooted in the 2-seam, and he likes to push pace. Threw a breaking pitch that time. Phillips hits it the other way into the triangle, but Cooper Kiesling on the run.
He got a great jump on that ball.
Showman right fielder read that very well. That was a play that was made between the ears before it was made with the legs. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, he saw that all the way, got a great jump on it. Covered a fair amount of ground to make that play.
So Wilson bats for the Locos. Looked at a called strike 1.
Cooper's still walking back to his position.
Like,
King threw a strike.
No, King doesn't care. You got to be ready for that with King Owens, man. He absolutely works quickly.
Yeah.
And it seems incredibly quickly. After you've seen Justin Loudon, who's a little bit more, I wouldn't give him human rain delay status like I would certain GRBL pitchers, but Loudon's more deliberate, is the nice way to say that.
Yeah.
And King Owens is all about just getting up on that rubber.
Yeah.
You know what he told me? He said, like, as I'm getting older, that's one thing I can use to my advantage is my fitness level. I can push pace. Like, I'm not going to blow anybody away, but I can get the hitter off balance by making sure they have to stay in the box and get ready to play.
Yeah.
The 1-2. Man, he is spinning it tonight, isn't he?
Is.
2-2 now. 65-mile-per-hour curve misses outside to the lefty Scott Wilson.
Ooh,
and over the top, a strikeout for King Owens. He is not in the 100 club, but that is now a career strikeout 93 for King.
Oh, nice.
He may just get there before all is said and done. We saw Trey Turner join the club tonight. He's got 100 strikeouts for his career. The fastest man to ever do it. Jordan Henson looks at a strike from Owens.
Buckled his knees on that off-speed pitch.
This is what King can be, man. When he's feeling good, when the pace is good, he's able to locate. That's what he can be. Yes, it is. And tell you what, he's not just like this in game situations. Have you ever played catch with him?
Oh yeah,
he's like this in warm-ups.
I think his whole life is like that. He's got about 14 jobs, and
he does. He's got a landscaping company, a property management group. Still has his realtor's license, and he sells fireworks in the summer. Jordan Henson, the former wrestler for the Monette Cubs, he's no stranger to having to work hard. Did a nice job there getting a base hit.
Yeah, finally somebody hit one in that hole that's been humongous between second and first.
They were daring him, weren't they? And that is the first hit in Jordan Henson's career. So,
oh, nice.
Nice one for Jordan. Back to the top of the order go the Locos, and Ryan Cram is up. 1 for 3 for the night with a single and a walk. Jordan Henson, haven't seen it, but just have a feeling. Well, he's being pretty conservative with his lead here. We'll see what he does on the secondary.
Big swing and a miss by Cram.
Good. Typical rookie thought, don't get picked off, don't get picked off, don't get picked off.
Oh yeah, and don't get thrown out at second by Mr. Fox.
King tried a slider that time. That's high. 1-1. Owens from the chest. Cram swings and fouls one back.
Leggett's got, or Cram's got the power. Leggett is very shallow.
He's got a lot of right center field to work with there, although we saw some nice speed at it. That's probably the fast side of the field. Well, Jacob Carlson, no slouch either. Instead, it is a strikeout for Owens. How about that? 94 strikeouts in the GRBL career of King Owens. Okay, Your Highness, we see ya. Good top of the ninth there. We're going to keep it here. It is the commercial-free ninth inning, brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Central Bank Company, member FDIC. So coming up next Sunday, a GRBL Sunday tripleheader, week 6 of 7 in the regular season. It is crunch time. At high noon, the Ozark Mountain Ducks will take on these Branson Showmen. Ozark coming off of a 7-6 victory earlier today. Likely will be without the services of number 1 overall pick Cole Rourke for a second consecutive week. At 3 o'clock, Daniel England and the Moon City Mavericks, coming off of a nice win today, 5-0. They defeated Springfield. They will play these Republic Locos, who fell behind early but have mounted some offense late, and they will bring on Colton Simons to try to shut the door. Then at 6 o'clock, our next episode of Baseball Night in the Ozarks puts the Springfield Metropolitans against the Nixa Suckers. That's 2 teams coming off of losses. That's 2 teams who are feeling that hunger, so to speak. Clay Murphy looking to avoid perhaps a little bit of GRBL history to the negative. He would like to get a win over Courtney Spitz, to put it mildly. But the Nixa Suckers are going to be looking to right the ship. So we'll see how that pans out. Should be another entertaining GRBL Sunday tripleheader. It's just $5 for adults to come attend ball games. And kids 12 and under, as always, admitted for free all season long, even in the playoffs. Ticket prices have not changed since season 1. It has been a decade of $5 baseball. I mean, you can't afford to stay home for $5, man. I burn up that much money just on air conditioning alone.
Yeah.
Let alone if I decide to have a snack. So come on out and join us. If you've never experienced GRBL baseball live, you're only a stranger once. You're going to walk away with some new friends, and you're going to have a great time. Come on out, Sunday, September 21st here at Metter Park. So it's a Henry's Towing pitching change. The Locos had to make it because Scott Wilson hit the limit after 3 innings, giving up a single run. So this is Colton Simons on to close. He's sponsored by Repmo Baseball Club and Acres of Envy Landscaping. Here in 2025, 3 1/3. He's given up 1 earned run on 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a hit batsman. Pretty respectable 2.7 ERA with a rather small sample size. Colt had a 7.94 ERA as a rookie with the Mountain Ducks over 5 2/3. So he's been used pretty sparingly. Usually a 1-inning max effort kind of guy is the type of pitcher that Colton Simons is.
It's going to be tough. He's got 9-1-2.
Yep.
Defensive change for the Locos. We got Skyler Henson at 3rd.
And that is still Caden Kaufman, the shortstop. And
Chris,
goodness,
too fast.
Yeah, Leggett too fast. And then Kaufman, I think, noticed mid-play that Chris Leggett was too fast, and then he threw it into his own dugout on the first base side. So speed now stands tall. E6, and Leggett is safe at second base. Top of the order coming up here for Branson. So down by 3. The boys have some work to do, but this is the guy to do it, Jacob Carlson.
Yeah, they're right in the meat of the order now. You got Carlson, Fitzpatrick,
Turner, and Edwards.
Yeah.
If you can get to him.
Yeah.
So Carlson on the night, 1 for 3, a single and a walk.
Leggett will definitely score on a base hit to the outfield.
Carlson loaded up, swung on, and fouled it straight back. 72 miles per hour that time from Simons to the Branson player manager.
Man, Chris was really moving down the line on that.
He's just itching to run.
Man, he put all kinds of pressure on Kaufman.
Breaking pitch called Steerike, and Colton Simons ahead, 0-2. Won't change the approach for Jacob Carlson. Speak softly and carry a big stick.
Yep, hits very well with down in the count, so.
Can't afford to throw him an 0-2 meatball. That is chopped into play. Henson charging in. Oh no.
E5.
Yep. Back-to-back mistakes by the Locos, and now a potential game-tying run is strolling up to home plate. It's Jordan Fitzpatrick.
Yep, once again, speed putting the pressure on the defense. Jacob can really move down the line as well, and I think Skyler looked up to see where he was on the baseline and just didn't get the ball in his glove.
So Fitz, he's got a big day coming up in October, getting married to his fiancée Molly. But more pressingly, got a big date with Colton Simons right here in the bottom of the ninth.
Yes, he does. Good hitter right here.
No, without question. Fitzpatrick, 4 hits in 5 games. 3 RBIs and counting. First offering he sees from Simons.
Oh.
Yeah, Simons took him upstairs. I like that. You know,
yeah.
Challenge him with the fastball.
Yeah,
Fitzpatrick fouled it back straight.
He was trying to tie it up right there. That was a big cut.
And Fitzpatrick hit a home run as a rookie with the Suckers last year. He had 10 RBIs on 7 hits, matter of fact. So he's at his best when there are men on. Simons comes home with a curveball. That is well struck into left.
It's over his head.
Running back and not getting there is the left fielder. Leggett's going to score. Carlson coming around. Fitzpatrick has got the engine running. He's gunning for third and is safe. A 2 RBI triple for Jordan Fitzpatrick. It's now a 1-run ball game, 7-6. And a potential game-winning run walking up here. His name is Trey Turner.
Yeah, Scott Wilson playing
back out there in left.
Field. Did not get a good read on that ball. Hesitated before going back, and it just beat him. Went all the way to the wall. Fitzpatrick, not the fastest guy, but no trouble.
Didn't need to be with how well struck that ball was.
Yeah.
So here is Trey Turner. He represents the winning run. Fitzpatrick would tie.
He just doesn't need to do too much here. Just base hit.
Nobody out. And so it's very obvious to say, oh, Trey Turner's got power, right? Hit the dinger. Oh, number one, you got to bring Fitzpatrick home somehow, some way. And with nobody out, you've got a lot you can do.
Yeah.
Heck, a weak trickler right side would probably get it done.
They're not.
Yeah, Locos, though, are thinking about.
I'd have them on the grass. They're only about midway.
Yeah.
No outs. That's going to score it.
Ripped up the middle. That's going to get through a single into center field, and we are tied 7-7. The Branson Showmen. Goodness sakes. At one point, down by 4. They have clawed back a run in the 8th, and an RBI single from Trey Turner has tied us up.
No outs.
And still nobody out. And Turner, I mean, you heard kind of an odd sound off the bat. Didn't sound like good contact, but it was contact enough.
Yeah. He hit it far enough away from Kaufman, who was playing in, that he couldn't get to it.
Yeah, fielder's now at double play depth for the Locos.
Called strike. Edwards didn't care much for that.
No, but it's all right. You got to get over that quickly in the 9th, especially. Tie ball game, and a potential winning run is on. And Turner and Edwards was thinking about just ending it in one swing there, and now he's down 0-2. Things are suddenly quite intense here at Metter.
Yeah.
Simons leans in to get the sign. Runner takes off. Edwards pulls it down the left field line. Fair ball. And Showmen are going to send it right here. Turner is coming home. That is the second walk-off winner for David Edwards and the Branson Showmen in 2025. Goodness sakes, Mr. Clutch gets it done. I mean, strong hat tip to Jordan Fitzpatrick. It's got to be said.
Oh, wow.
Goodness sakes, David Edwards is clutch. 8-7 your final score on an RBI base hit down the left field line. A little hit and run there as Turner took off early, and he executed that beautifully.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick with the bases clearing triple. That got it all started.
That was monstrous.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Well, yeah, elite promotions, elite performer of the game. Got to be the guy who was 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Mr. Clutch, David Edwards. Yeah. Have yourself a night. And then,
Wow.
that hit alone, probably enough, would have gotten it done. Goodness, yeah. I mean, look at this. He is now 10 for 21 with 10 RBIs, a grand slam. He's got 2 walk-off hits. David Edwards was 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Daniel, go tell the people. Go tell the people. Who are you to doubt David Edwards? 4 for 5.
What a beast.
And a glorious head of hair to go along with it. Well, Branson Showmen came back. Down 4. David Edwards.
Yeah, they scored 5 runs.
Yeah.
In the 8th and the 9th.
4 in the 9th to walk it off.
Wow.
Monstrous stuff. And so with that, the Branson Showmen are 4-1. Don't have to worry about the GRBL South standings because they're on top. Mountain Ducks second place at 3-2. Nixa Suckers at 2-3. Locos fall to 2-3 with the loss. They are now 2 games back of Daniel England's Moon City Mavericks. It's got to be music to your ears, right, Dano?
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting matchup next week when we face the Locos. They're definitely gonna have a bad taste in their mouth after this game, and so they'll come out fighting.
Yeah, snaps a winning streak for Republic. That's all the games are going to be good next week. You got the Mountain Ducks and the Showmen coming off wins at high noon. Got you guys playing Republic in a big-time divisional game at 3 o'clock, and then 2 hungry guys going at it in the finale on baseball night in the Ozarks. Mets Suckers at 6. Well, Dan, thanks for, first of all, coming up and just, taking a little ribbing, but then hanging in and just going the distance with me. Got to see a walk-off.
Yeah, it's a good game. I was going to stay here anyway, so thought I'd come up and talk to you. And
yeah, I got to interview David Edwards and Jacob Carlson, but we'll go get some ice cream after that.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Daniel England, skip of the Moon City Mavericks, Mr. 5-time, and they are in first place in the GRBL North. But 2 teams are 4-1 after 5 weeks of play. The Branson Showmen and the Moon City Mavericks both in command of their respective divisions. 8-7 is your final score. The Branson Showmen walk it off with some late heroics from David Edwards on baseball night in the Ozarks. And no, you are not watching a replay from opening weekend. He has, in fact, done it again. We will come back, bring you our post-game coverage brought to you by our friends at Henry's Towing. When you're in a jam stuck on the side of the road, you got to make the right call. You got to let Henry do it. More post-game. We'll wrap it up. We will go over all things GRBL on the flip side of this break right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Burger back with you live at Meadow Park on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. The Branson Showmen are winners 8-7. They walk it off to defeat the Republic Locos. Pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game. And no, this is not a repeat from Week 1. He did it again. It is Branson's David Edwards. And David, let's begin with the last one, that RBI base hit in the 9th where you made Trey Turner run all the way around. What did you see on that pitch that you were able to swing on and drive?
Yeah, he threw me fastballs in, and I was able to keep it fair. I mean, that was about as close as you could hit a ball down the line, and it stayed fair.
And it was fair enough as Trey Turner got on the horse and brought it home. You know, I'm sure this game was a little more comfortable when you guys were up 1-0 after the first, and looked like you were really in position to get in the driver's seat. You know, credit the Locos for battling back, but how about the job by you and the boys? Put up a run in the 8th and then a big 4 spot in the 9th. What does it say for this Branson team's fortitude?
Yeah, I mean, we got to never die attitude. You give us a chance. If there is still innings left to play or time on the clock, we're going to come back and make it close.
It's been a big year for you in terms of the hitting pace. It wasn't just the big hit at the end for you tonight. You finished 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. I thought it was just going to be a parade of doubles there for a minute. You get the 2 RBI double in the first, another double in the third. You know, something about it. You have a special pregame meal. What was the secret sauce tonight?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get home till after 3 a.m. last night. We were on the road at S&T, so down in St. Joe's, Missouri. And maybe that's the secret. Stay up till 3 and
don't sleep.
Right, yeah. I don't know.
So did you take a long nap and sleep in, or what do you do? What is the post-game routine for you in your very real college football job?
Yeah, no, we 6 p.m. kickoff, so
oh my
shoot,
gosh.
It was 9 o'clock by the time we finished, 10 o'clock by the time we were on the bus. I can't sleep on the bus, so
I don't blame you.
I was awake watching movies, and next thing I know, we're home finally, and my kid's up at 7 a.m. So I'm looking at about 4 hours of sleep last night.
Right, and then you got to get in the car and drive. That's you're one of the guys who commutes, so the drive from Rolla to Springfield is not exactly a short hop.
No,
you've been burning up I-44. I guess you have a lot of time to center yourself and think about hitting. Seems that might have been the ticket tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm always thinking about it. I go back and watch my swings from the games before and stuff like that. I want to see what I'm doing right. Last week, my timing felt off. I didn't hit poorly, 2 for 4 or something like that. But that week off always kind of messes with my timing real bad. But I felt on time tonight, and everything was clicking.
I don't want you to get inside your own head too much, but it's definitely been a rebound year for you here in 2025. That is now 10 hits and 10 RBIs in 5 games.
Yeah, I started off well last year, and then after the break, I don't think I had a hit the rest of the year. And
a cold streak is magnified in a league like this one, where you only get 8 or 9 games a season. It doesn't take much to get cold.
Yeah, it really doesn't, and it's tough only getting to swing once a week. Some of these guys get a chance to take some swings and stuff like that. I nowhere to do it.
Well, hey, whatever you're doing, I would just say keep doing it, and I'm sure Jacob Carlson's going to say the same thing. I got a little bit of a Branson Showman culture question to ask you. Heard one of your teammates, who will remain nameless, said to me, I thought I was pretty quiet, and then I joined Jacob Carlson's team, and I learned how quiet he can be sometimes. And I said, certainly somebody is keeping the group text lively. He pointed to you and Trey Turner. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair. Trey usually starts it, and then I chime in a little bit. He's quite the jokester when it comes to the group text.
I think similar senses of humor between you guys. Sometimes you have to kind of play it back. It's like, okay, like we are friends, and this is meant to be in jest.
Sure.
But sometimes it gets a little bit misunderstood, and I can understand how maybe some of the rookies might think you guys are a couple of maniacs. But, can't argue the result tonight, as a couple of maniacs just walked it off, and you win 8-7. So, Well, good stuff, David. Next week, you guys will be in action high noon, so you get to be up early once again. How about that? Don't know what the S&T Miners are doing next weekend. Are you at home or on
Yeah,
the road?
fortunately we're on the at home.
Might get 4 or 5 hours
Yeah,
of sleep.
I'm hoping so. It comes down to my 2-year-old. Hopefully he wants to sleep in.
Well, yeah, I have a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old, and yeah, you have all the intentions in the world of getting rest, and then the kids just have other ideas. So, been there, brother, but it's fun though, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. I couldn't have it any other way, I'll be honest with you.
So we'll see you back here at high noon, taking on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Let's go ahead and bring in your boss, Jacob Carlson's going to go ahead and sit in. Yeah, David, just sit and enjoy that air conditioning. Jacob, we're talking about mental fortitude. 'Cause, at one point in this game, you're up 3-0, then the Locos come back, you're down by 4. Was there a conversation? Was there some kind of turning point, some spot in which you guys were able to turn it on for the 8th and 9th?
No, I mean, we're pretty, we know with our lineup we always got a chance, and we just got to string some hits together, get some guys on base, and run, and that's what we kind of did there.
Well, took advantage of a couple of mistakes. And how about Jordan Fitzpatrick, that 2 RBI triple in the 9th? What a shot.
Yeah, it was a great piece of hitting. Just went the other way, and and we got the speed on base to get a couple across there, and he legged out his triple and put us in a good spot to at least tie it there.
Kind of a game played in spurts. Trey Turner goes on officially the fastest GRBL pitcher to ever reach the 100 strikeout mark. You've had the fun of being his manager throughout that whopping 13-game stretch in which he retired 100 batters.
Yeah.
What has that meant to you? Not just to have Trey as a pitcher, but David and I were talking about Trey being pretty vocal in the team group chat, and just some of the other things he does for the ball club.
Yeah, I mean he helps the hitters, he helps the pitchers. He's talking to guys, and he gives lessons and stuff too. So he's always helping the youth as well. He's just a great dugout guy. He helps everyone get better, and he's just a great guy to have on your team.
Would be remiss when I ask about your closer, King Owens, coming on. Gave up a hit, but a couple of strikeouts. He's now at 94 for his career, by the way. So
yeah, I thought he looked really good tonight.
King looked sharp for the inning you gave him, and I know that's kind of what you drafted him to do.
Yep.
So next week, Jacob, you get the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They were winners today, and that's going to be a big one in terms of the GRBL South standings as well. But right now, you and the Showmen in first place, up by a game, 4 wins against a single defeat.
Yep, just got to take it a game at a time, pitch at a time, and see what happens.
I know you've been on championship teams before. Easier said than done in the GRBL.
Yeah. I mean, once you get to the playoffs, records don't matter. Anyone can beat anyone. You got to bring it every week and do what you can to help your team win.
How about, we'll end it on that, David Edwards? What would it mean for you to finish the run and end up playing for the title and the bill at the end of October?
That'd be something awesome. The last time I was on the Showman, we made it to the championship game. We were up by 1 run in the 9th inning and then found a way to lose. So getting to that point will be great. And the bats we got and the pitching behind it, as long as we put it together on defense, I don't think it's going to be tough to stop us. That's all I'm going to say.
David Edwards and the Branson Showmen, 4-1, first place in the GRBL South Division. We will see them next week, September 21st. They take on the Ozark Mountain Ducks at high noon. Until then, we're going to call it a night. I'd like to say a big thank you to our game director, Derek Sako. This game has been produced by Skyler Bartlemy. Our executive producers are Tony Lewis and Harrison Waters. For all of us involved at the GRBL, thank you so much for inviting us into your homes and enjoying baseball night in the Ozarks right along with us. Hopefully you get the point. We have a lot of fun watching the game, and yes, it is a serious game, but we do have a few laughs along the way. My broadcast colleague, Daniel England. My name is Ransberger. For all of us here at Meadow Park, good night from Springfield, Missouri.